On repair mixes. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Scott's offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Welcome back. Dave and Herb here, and we're talking fresh.
Fresh from Florida, that is. Dave, tell our listeners about the produce that's in season.
There's tomatoes, broccoli, frottermelon, frappers, spinach.
Wait, hold it. You're just putting fra in front of produce.
Yeah, as in fresh from Florida.
Produce tastes better when it's grown closer to home. You don't need to make up words.
Really?
Ugh, friends, visit followfreshfromflorida.com to see what's in season.
Don't you mean .from?
Ugh, really?
Turnpike Troubadours are coming to the Orlando Amphitheater Saturday, November 4th.
On a long, hot summer day.
With Blackberry Smoke. Plus Jason Boland and the Stragglers. Turnpike Troubadours tickets are available at 10 Friday through Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Turnpike Troubadours, Saturday, November 4th at the Orlando Amphitheater. Presented by Mammoth.
Ocean Bank is coming to Orlando. So we decided to bring you a break from the commercial break. Take this time to dream about how you would grow your business with Ocean Bank. Visit us at oceanbank.com. Ocean Bank. Member FDIC.
A small roof leak can lead to a big problem if not repaired. Call the professionals at Skylight Roofing for all your roofing needs. 407-430-ROOF. Get your free roof inspection, skylightroofing.com. Roof with us.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Worried about losing your Medicaid benefits once the public health emergency ends? Don't panic. Affordable options are available through the Federal Health Insurance Marketplace. You don't have to try to figure this out on your own. There are certified health insurance navigators available to help you and your family find the right coverage. There's no obligation and it's free. Visit coveringflorida.org and secure your health coverage today. That's coveringflorida.org or call 877-813-9115.
I'm Jeff. I got a call that my wife Katie was in a bad car accident and was airlifted to Shands Hospital. When I got there, she was in surgery for a brain injury. She's had a long recovery. We needed an attorney. Our close friends recommended Glenn Clausman. Glenn Clausman was available 24/7 to help. We've been blessed by my wife's recovery. The results from Glenn Clausman's efforts were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney for us. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718, KLAUSMAN law.com, office Winter Park.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 102.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, May 8th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from a wild weekend in Texas to the roadside pasta mystery is solved and President Biden gets in a food fight. plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Sealand.
How we doing?
And hello to you. You can join us today. All you need to do is send us a dispatch, record one right now. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and join the show. You can also watch us on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Ready to do it, man.
Yeah, feeling the same way.
Okay, so we're all like
run down.
Yeah, it's like the 5 minutes before we start. I'm like, maybe we should have taken the day off.
I know, I felt it.
I feel it a little bit, but also what has affected my mood or overall approach to the day is that I forgot over the weekend, since I did not drive my car on Friday, that Thursday I noticed some like grinding.
Oh, that's not good.
In the wheels.
Yeah.
And then I totally forgot about it, had a great weekend, and then got in the car this morning and went, oh son of a bitch, maybe I should have gotten up a little bit earlier and taken it somewhere.
Best case scenario, that grinding would have magically disappeared over the weekend. That's what you're always hoping
not
for.
what happened. So yeah,
Loud grinding.
I bet you could hear it if you pulled up the camera.
Oh really? Are the guys from Car Talk still around? You know that show? You could call them.
I don't think they are.
You like put the phone up
My
to your car.
uncle
Send him a
loved
DM.
Car Talk, man.
I am just burned down to the ground right now. It's the weekend with the shirts and the 3 dogs. Oh my God, man. But we're here, and we've got a show for you, so let's get into things. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening to this great, big, wide world of ours. And there we go. The big race, the Kentucky Derby, went down this weekend.
Yeah.
Who watched?
I did.
I didn't.
I didn't. I saw like the end of it.
We kept talking about it. Courtney's like, when's the race? When we get back and forth, we're talking about. And I said, it's a little later on today. And then we totally missed the damn thing. But for those of you who missed just like me, here we go.
Here's 2 Phils making a move on the inside. And the 2 of them hook up. And Jareth Loveberry has taken 2 Phils to the front.
You know what's crazy about this? The guy who's the announcer, they're showing him in the corner here as the Kentucky Derby is wrapping up. And they don't have any better way for him to do this than where they have this giant pair of binoculars.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a huge pair of binoculars and a headset mic, and he watches the horses in the giant binoculars.
Okay, they have to have a better way of doing it. It would not surprise me that he's like, this is the way I've been doing it for 3 decades.
There's a lot of
not changing
tradition and pageantry that are throughout the Kentucky Derby. I wouldn't be surprised if he has the option, and possibly does have monitors and screens and really close-up shots. But if this is the tried and true way,
yeah, he's like, I've done it this way for 40 years. I'm not changing with these big screen TVs that they got.
And also, he probably does it the same way. So dummies like us will talk about it. Be like, oh, look at the guy who's still using binoculars.
Tradition. I found that the biggest piece of technology and very fascinating, God, if I ever had the opportunity for that gig, is the post interviews where they're all on horses.
Yeah.
And so the woman had like a GoPro type camera strapped to her head with a microphone in hand. They're all walking together. And then I would have, once the interview was done, like hit the horse and I gallop away.
Just yeehaw out of there.
That is one thing that I noticed also this year that I don't think I'd ever paid attention to before, is the fact that a lot of the post-race interviews occur where the interviewer is also riding a horse.
And that means you have to have another set of skills to be that kind of broadcaster.
Yes.
Like, you can't just be able to do the mic stuff. You got to be able to ride the horse.
Like, if you got into broadcasting and happened to have taken some horse riding lessons, you now are in the middle of a Venn diagram of very particular things that you could do that only need to be done a couple times a year, but you're going to be the one whose phone is ringing.
Right. So here he goes with his big binoculars.
And Hicks Barnes is running in second.
And coming down the backstretch.
On the outside as they come to the top of the stretch, and they're into the stretch. And 2 Phils has turned for home on top. Hicks Barnes, here's Mage.
This is where they go for it, right? This is like the final stretch.
Yeah.
Mage is the big horse, and this is the one that goes across the finish line.
Down the outside.
Here he comes.
Umpire is putting in his run, and there's 1 furlong to run. 2 Phils on the inside, trying to hold off Mage. Mage is
Mage
as they come into the final 16th.
Mage is a bad name.
To be Mage to win the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah! Yeah, they don't do any crazy screams afterwards, which they should.
Not like soccer.
That crowd was going nuts.
What sport has the best broadcasting?
Soccer.
I think it is soccer. I think
Soccer
it's
is a
soccer.
great one. It does.
You feel like the soccer people are just drunken friends.
Soccer has the most passionate, excited people when they, when they score goals and stuff, and it gets crazy. And I think maybe it's just because of a language barrier, but I find that other language soccer broadcasts are just as fun to listen to.
It's pleasant, man.
Baseball has the weirdest things happen because there's so much downtime where they just
that's where they'll go, hey, did you see there's quite a great deal at the supermarket on watermelons this week.
So I want to apologize for some very inappropriate comment I made right before, brought to you by Charmin.
Oh, a guy got railroaded for that this weekend too. Oh my God. He tried to say the Negro History Museum.
Oh my God, that was bad.
And he slipped up when he was saying it, and they just tarred and feathered his ass.
That's a bad slip up. I mean, come on.
But should everybody be fired?
He said hard R.
He made a mistake, obviously, that guy. And then nobody has any mercy anymore. Like, everybody has to be so perfect, or if you make a big mistake like that, you're toast. I saw that and I was like, I don't think a person on this planet thinks that this guy, I'm not going to play the audio for you, obviously, but thinks that this guy came out with to this broadcast with the intention of saying this, of purposely saying the N-word. And if you don't think he said it on purpose, you think it was just an accident, it's like, let the guy apologize and then let him kind of get past it or something. But it doesn't happen anymore. It seems like people just kind of go for the judgment, and then so this guy did manage not to say the N-word during the Kentucky Derby.
Good.
So he's good
It's
to
not
go.
that hard.
So did I, guys.
he's all set. Yeah, we've done that as well over here. Not said it, we've avoided saying.
Thank you. Does the announcer guy at the Kentucky Derby just announce the race? I mean, he probably did some of the earlier races too, but once he's done, I was like, May just won. Turns off the microphone.
Binoculars down.
Binoculars are already down. Turns off the microphone and collects his check. He's out of there.
I'll see you next year. Or maybe see you at the next big race, because as they go on, you got more races ahead in the Triple Crown race. We'll see what happens with Mage, the winner this year. But yeah, it's interesting to see how that whole thing works. And there's so much of it that's super old school, like from the clothes that they wear to, here's an image for those of you watching. I'll describe it for everybody else. You see the reporter's on a horse of her own. Like Sabrina said, she's got a camera mounted to her and another camera on her. And then they just have a wireless mic and they interview the people. This is maybe 15, 20 seconds after the race finished. It's not like they wait and then
strange.
It's right to it. Sometimes the person's still out of breath.
Oh, yeah.
And they're trying to get everything together.
They're some of them are they're speaking broken English and they're out of breath. So it's as far as the timing of the interview, not great. But they want to be there. They want to be first.
Yeah.
And so then you end up talking to the guy going, well, we did our best. Well, okay, we're getting a lot out of that.
How do these little guys and gals get on the horses? How do they?
Someone helps them.
Do they have a little stool or something? They're always very small and light. They want the jockeys to be as light as possible.
I think they can get on the horses themselves.
They probably can, but I feel like
they do it their whole lives.
For the sake of don't get injured at all, and your main focus is to win the race. I believe that there's someone's job to lift them up.
Oh, really? I mean, there's a lot of money going around. There's plenty of horse money.
If there's somebody whose job it is to lift the jockeys at the Kentucky Derby, that is the second worst job at the Kentucky Derby.
It's the level of the Met Gala holding up the dress for the celebrities that make their way.
It's not clean and poop, but it's down there.
Did anybody watch the coronation of King Charles III this weekend?
You know what? I did.
Did you really?
I had. I woke up very early Saturday. I didn't end up doing anything for Cinco de Mayo, and then I go to turn on the local news, and I mean, coronation everywhere.
Yeah, it was all over the place.
It was interesting. It was on in the background. I didn't really sit there. I got flashbacks of being in Catholic church growing up.
Yeah,
so had a whole mass on TV.
I had a little bit of a connection with Katy Perry when she couldn't find her seat at the coronation. I don't know if you saw that.
Because you couldn't find your seat?
No, but I've been lost in situations like that before. And she has this big hat that's down over her eyes, so she's looking all weird, trying to find out where she's supposed to be. It was all the pomp and circumstance that one could ever imagine. And ridiculous, the whole charade that they put on for this kind of royalty stuff is comical to me. But they did it this weekend. And
I didn't see it because it started at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, it went on forever.
But
man.
By the time I like woke up and I was like, I should see what's on television. Let me see if this king's kinged yet.
Mm-hmm.
And
is he kinged?
He was. He was already crowned.
Put that stupid ass hat on.
It was just Anderson Cooper talking to every British person he could find that was in the room, and then like reruns.
People wearing crowns in 2023 is just crazy to me. It's
It
stupid.
is, but also, I mean, you've never had a crown on your head, right?
No.
Like, that must feel different.
There's a level of power.
Like, I don't think my neck could hold it up. I just snap.
There's a lot going on with that. If you saw any of it and have thoughts, let us know. Anything else that's on your mind, tell us. Send us a dispatch. We'll get to those momentarily. At the box office this weekend, it was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with $114 million in their box office debut.
Completely forgot that was coming out.
For the first time, it knocked Super Mario Brothers out of the first place spot. That's made so much money, that movie. And one of the most successful animated features of all time. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's another one of these movies, like, maybe when it comes out on TV.
Yeah.
Just not a big drive.
I mean, I remember going to see Guardians, the first one, in the movie theater. I don't remember if we saw 2 in the theater. I don't remember what happened during 2. I probably want to rewatch it before I went, but I have heard that this one is incredibly sad.
Oh,
is
I
it
heard,
really?
I just was texting my friend Dan. He's like, get ready. I mean, you will be sobbing half the movie.
Are they killing like half the people off or something?
No. From what I understand, it's like the backstory stuff that's really sad.
Oh, okay. I have to rewatch it.
I heard somebody say it was a great movie that I never want to see again.
That's one of those.
And I'm never going to make that mistake again. I immediately said, I'll wait till it comes out so I can watch it by myself because Endgames, it was the first and last time I go to the movie theaters by myself. And there I was just inconsolable during this Marvel movie. And then the lights went out because there was a storm outside. So you could just hear me go,
that one was, that is one of the few movies, that I've been to where I think we watched that in the theater too. And when the whole half the people die thing happens, spoiler alert, sorry.
God damn.
The finger snap moment happens. It's one of the few movies where I've heard people just like gasping and like reacting as all the superheroes were oh my God.
Inevitable.
Out loud screaming about things. All right, we're going to get to you. As I said, your dispatches are on the way. When we come back, the most awkward public encounter I've heard in a long time. This was so inappropriate. You've got to hear what went down in this story, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You might not have many friends, but we definitely don't. So, hey Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey family, what's happening? Hopefully your week is off to a great start on this Monday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it does seem that there's a couple of things reported. The first, there was an incident earlier on the beach line westbound that's approaching Innovation Way. You're going to feel delays. And also, there is an incident that has a left lane blocked on Palm Parkway and State Road 535. Beside that, eastbound delays at this time, of course, eastbound approaching State Road 535, but all good beside that. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Make quick and easy family meals with the tastiest flavors of Florida. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop and find delicious, refreshing recipes for what's in season at followfreshfromflorida.com.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
It's Ram season, which means it's time to serve with Ram 1500, Ram 3500, and Ram TRX. Hurry in now for great deals on the trucks that are built to serve. Right now during Ram season, get 10% below MSRP on the purchase of a 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Contact dealer for details. Take retail delivery by 5/31/23.
The podcast Death Island explores the mysterious deaths of at least 19 tourists at an exotic vacation destination in Thailand. Some blame local mafia activity. Others say it's a family of serial killers. But one thing is certain. In this beautiful place, no coast is clear.
A dark cloud has come over the island and cast its shadow. Death, mystery, and danger.
Listen to Death Island on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
RC Hill here. All over the nation, everyone's seeing inflation. In fact, RC Hill Mitsubishi is just about the only place prices are going down. It's my deflation celebration event, and it means you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $5 down because we work with the lenders who want to approve your application. Drive a car you love for just $5 down. But hurry so I can help you beat inflation today. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See dealer for details.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. Sunny, warm, ooh, and expected afternoon showers. I am feeling so fine. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop and support our state. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Speak to the experts at Fence Outlet about their Fence in a Box with pre-packaged material for 4 popular styles, including posts, caps, hardware, and cement. Your fence project has never been easier. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252.
If you ride a motorcycle in Florida, someone can hit you and hurt you and legally not have insurance to pay you. Uninsured motorist coverage can help save you from financial ruin. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
These days, there are plenty of things to worry about, but keeping pests out of your home shouldn't be one of them. That's why you need Massey Services. Massey eliminates pests before they get inside. They start by carefully inspecting the inside and outside of your home and then focus customized treatments on the outside. Best of all, your satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. That's the Massey difference. Expect more and get it.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Wait till you hear this. This is insane, man. And it's kind of tough to listen to what I'm about to play for you because there's so much cringe in this. And I guess it kind of ties in with something I've seen a lot of people fighting about online. There's a bunch of stories and stuff that I've seen on social media with this.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
I think the overall fear is that our military, like the U.S. military, is getting weaker or something. Like we'll take anybody in the military. We'll let anybody serve in the Navy, the Army, the Marines, or whatever. It used to be a strong military, and now we're weaker or whatever. And I don't know if that's the case. I'm not in the military right now. I have no, nor have I ever been.
Enlistment?
No, they won't take me. First of all, I'm too old.
You just said they would let anybody in.
They won't let me in. Maybe that says something. I don't know.
Do
But
they still have like the broadcast center?
I don't know if
So we
it's
just-
like a good old fashioned Good Morning Vietnam style thing.
Hey, we could be active members and just serve as the entertainment for those overseas.
That's also something that people don't understand. When somebody tells you they're in the military, it doesn't necessarily mean they've got an assault rifle, they're on the front lines, they're digging a trench. Most of that stuff is not that common anymore to begin with. But there's lots of other jobs.
There are, but they all still go through basic training.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they all have to go
do
through
push-ups and pull-ups.
I always wondered if that was the case for, say, the U.S. Marine Band.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I've seen the Marine Band play before. It's a very prestigious honor to.
Did you want to be in it at any point?
It's something that I would have considered auditioning for. But they said that every person in the Marine Band, they have to go through basic training. I'm like, they're sending these French horn players to Paris Island?
Go.
You're crawling under barbed wire in the mud and stuff. And you're like, all I want to do is play the snare. That's all I'm trying to do here is just play a drum. Yeah, there's so many people who work in the military at all sorts of different levels of the military, and people don't understand that. It's such a big machine that you need people to cook the food. You need people to do office work. You need people to do just a wide variety of things. So anyhow, with that in mind, let me play you some of the most cringeworthy stuff you're ever going to hear in your entire life. There's some little restaurant that this guy is in, okay? This guy, I'm never not amazed by the things people will videotape themselves doing in public, and then the idea that they'll post it afterward for the world to see, thinking, I'm going to look good here. I'm going to look good in this.
They still think they were the one that was right.
Yeah, I was right here. I did a good thing. And so this poor guy in his uniform, a Navy uniform, is sitting in this little restaurant. I don't know if it's a Subway or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. But he's sitting there at his table by himself, minding his own business, when this dude flips out his phone and starts recording him. Listen to what this guy says with everything we just said in mind, all right?
Hey, you in the U.S. Navy?
I am in the U.S. Navy.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
You don't know how old you are?
27. I don't know if it was 27, 28, but it's 27.
All right, time out. First of all, he's like, you don't know how old you are? I've done this before. When somebody asks me how old I am.
If they're running up to you with a camera in your face?
You got somebody with a camera in your face making you feel a little weird to begin with. And now he's peppering you with questions. Who are you, dude? Don't just start randomly asking me questions with a camera in my face.
Who are you, dude?
I wonder sometimes how old I am. I forget routinely. I forget.
56.
No, I'm 41, but I only know that because I'm about to turn 42. And
what are we doing for your B-Day?
Nothing. I'm taking the day off and I'm hiding. I'm going going under the bed and I'm not coming out until the next day. This guy,
you'll still be 42 the next day.
I know, but I wasn't thinking about it.
Just making sure.
It's just about that instant impact of the next age that gets me. So this poor dude is sitting here, and the first thing he says, because he looks like he's Asian, is, you're from the U.S. military? You in the U.S. Navy?
Oh, God.
How old are you?
You've been in the Navy?
I've been in the Navy for 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a yeoman.
A yeoman?
Like admin.
Huh? Admin? You work in the office?
Yes.
So he says, I'm a yeoman. I work in the office. He's been doing it for several years.
Why did he approach him about this? Is he wearing like a shirt or something?
He's going to get into it more. Yeah, he's wearing his uniform. He's wearing his like naval uniform. And this guy just thought, I'm going to lay into this dude.
Not against you, but our military has gone to hell.
Why? What's going on?
I don't know, man. I'm 3 times your age, and you look 4 times out of shape.
Right.
Our military has dropped this far down in standards.
Okay, that's rude, man.
Are you full-time military?
I am.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You said you hesitate on saying how old you are.
No, I'm 27.
Are you?
Like, why do you think you're allowed to do this? Why do you think this is appropriate for you to just give the Inquisition to a poor dude sitting by himself just trying to have a snack or something?
What did this man do? Did we confirm who he is?
I don't know. Maybe
his rank?
They probably, because of the way the internet works, somebody has determined who this man is, would be my guess.
Get on it.
I don't know if they have or not, but he's like, you are younger than me and you're 4 times more out of shape. He's basically calling him a slob, a fat slob.
Fat.
And he's saying, this is what our military has come to? God, this is a terrible thing.
I mean, if it's stolen valor, I can understand, but if our military has dropped this low, we are screwed, bro. Absolutely. I don't think you could run 100 yards or do 5 push-ups.
Me?
Yes, sir?
I can definitely do that.
I almost thought for a second he was going to go, get down and give me 5.
Yeah, okay.
This guy's being so sweet. Do you hear this man's voice?
Yeah.
Like, he is still answering this asshole's questions.
All right.
He's still just sitting there, and he's probably really, really uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable watching it. I mean, and
it's cringe.
This guy behind the camera going up to all the overweight firemen and police officers as well and saying, well, is this where our country's gone to?
Can you
He must
imagine
have
this?
an 8-pack, right?
Like, just imagine, I want to see him in the... Oh, I do see him in the mirror. This is our guy, I think, right here, in the reflection across it.
Can you zoom in at all?
Oh, I can't, but he looks
I'm
like a
not seeing-
slob to me.
Exactly.
He looks way fatter than the guy he's yelling at right now.
Are we sure that's a mirror?
I don't know.
There's only one fan.
It could be a picture of him. I'm not sure. Or it could be like just a picture on the wall. I don't know if we ever see the guy who's filming. And I certainly hope that it wouldn't look like what this looks like here. But the idea that you see a person in a naval uniform in public and you want to go over to that person and you want to just start yelling at them about how they're a fat slob. And a lot of this stuff, you got to take it when it's on your side. A lot of these people are like Trump side of things, right side of things. You can guess just by listening, where this is coming from. It's like the military is woke kind of guy, right? And you wonder, like, how did those people go from being the most proud to be Americans, the most proud of our military? Thank you for your service. I stand up during the national anthem. I love the U.S. military, and it can do no wrong. To now ridiculing a dude who works in admin for the Navy and gets a job done, and just because you want to do this in public. I got to be careful because he drops an F-bomb here in a second, and I'm trying not to play that. But I want to hear a little bit more.
I took my test with flight, and I did.
I mean, I got out of the military when I was in 83.
Yeah.
And this is horrible what was happened.
All right, so he just goes on. He just keeps doing. There's like another minute of him.
I think it is a mirror because that Coca-Cola sign is backwards.
Is it? So this is our dude right here?
I think it might be.
If that's him, Jesus, man. I mean, come on. Tanya on YouTube says
You have nothing better to do with your day.
that dude is being a total ass. That young man just went through total hell and basic. Could probably kick that guy's ass in a race or anything else. What a lowlife, that poor young man. And when the Navy guy stands up, his shirt's a little ruffled, and he's like, oh, your fat belly blew out your buttons on your shirt. And he's just a monster, an absolute jerk to this guy. And he said, what brings a human being not only to do this, but then to be like, this is perfect. I'm going to post this online because everybody's going to like this. What makes somebody's brain think that that's okay? You have so potato brain just rotten in your skull that you think, man, this makes me look awesome right here. I'm going to put this out there. Maybe it says something about the intellect of the person who took the video to begin with, I would think. All right, tell us what you think about that. Was this guy in the wrong? Maybe somebody agrees with him. Maybe somebody out there.
And then send a selfie if you disagree.
Because you've got to be ripped, just ready to go. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. There's also a fight in the world of sports over the weekend.
Hell yeah.
And strangely enough, that sports fight was in NASCAR.
Sports.
I don't know why NASCAR has been the home to all these fights as of late. There's been a bunch of
What was
these.
the other fight?
I've seen a couple rivalries. I don't know the guys' names. But this
Gordon.
In this case, it was Ross Chastain. Never heard of him. And Noah Gragson. Those are two guys who were fighting.
Sound like
here.
racers.
After Sunday's race, they said Denny Hamlin had nudged Kyle Larson out of first place to pick up the win at the Kansas Speedway. Chastain, whose aggressiveness on the track has left several drivers outraged, appeared to pin Gragson into the wall with some tight driving.
Isn't that how it's supposed to go?
Rubbing is racing. That's what they say. Although I think
I have never heard that before.
You never heard
Rubbing
that?
is racing?
Oh, rubbing is racing. That's from.
In that case, I'm a racer, baby.
That's a different kind. But that's from what's the Tom Cruise race car movie? Days of Thunder. Isn't that it? Days of Thunder, I think. That's where I got the other line, look like a monkey effing a football. Those are both from the same movie that neither of you have seen. Gargson spun around in front of Brad Keselowski later in the race, blah, blah, blah. So a bunch of people were mad about this. They confronted each other. Chastain threw a right hook, and Gragson tried to answer back with a punch of his own, but NASCAR officials stepped in the way and held the two drivers back. And they just do not like this dude. They're not huge fans of him. They said, I'm sick and tired of it. The guy runs into everybody. When you have guys like Chase Elliott and other guys telling you to beat his ass, everybody is just sick of him. So he's the bad boy in the NASCAR world right now. Let's see what's going on with you. You got your dispatches, and we are going to play them back. Here we are with Kurt. Kurt is talking about the Kentucky Derby. Hello?
Where do you think the term leg up comes from? The jockey getting a leg up to get on the horse.
I see.
Today I learned.
Thank you, Kurt.
A little early.
Short to the point. Here's I'm a PC.
For those of you who have never been to the Kentucky Derby, most of the time when people say they've been to the Kentucky Derby, it is in the infield. That's where the party is.
Mm-hmm.
The
Cops are coming after you.
grandstand are pretty much all the rich people, and some of those tickets are passed down from generations. So if people are in the grandstands and they're watching the Kentucky Derby, those are the rich people.
Let me be honest with you here, all right? I would way rather be in the party section than in the grandstands with all the weirdo rich people with stupid hats.
I don't.
Everybody has stupid hats.
I'm kind of curious to see what he thinks the difference between the infield party and the grandstand is, because everybody there is drinking. So the whole event is sponsored by Woodford Reserve, and they're all going mint julep crazy.
So it's not like the people in the stands are like put together and like being
they're
very
put together. I mean, I love the Kentucky Derby. I think it's a fun excuse to dress up, wear some stuff you don't normally wear, put on some pastels maybe. And then you have your one mint julep of the year, and then you never have one until the next Kentucky Derby.
That's true. They must not be that great because they don't branch out beyond the Kentucky Derby. They just kind of stay there.
But I mean, the bourbon was flowing at these things, and then they had a ridiculous thing that Woodford was doing, where they sell these special mint julep cups, gold mint julep cups. For $3,500.
Oh,
you're like, what the hell are people buying these?
They were selling them there.
I will drink out of that cup for the rest of my life.
I would only use that one cup forever.
Go to Starbucks. I'm like, I put it in this.
Put it in my Secretariat cup, please.
My
Thank you.
big gulp goes in this too. Everything.
I'll throw open it. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Besides, like precious metals or whatever they're making this thing with, it's just like a memorabilia collectible kind of thing.
I feel like afterwards, or not even afterwards. I feel like during the event itself, there's no way alcohol, beer, and all that stuff isn't just outrageously expensive at an event like this. It's like that at a lot of golf tournaments too, where you see like a little beer tent or something, and you go over there and it's like $20 for.
Not if you have like you go to the special tent.
Yeah, if you're rich as hell.
You go to the special tent.
Yeah.
All that stuff's free.
Right. Isn't that dumb how this works? The rich people get free stuff. This never made sense to me. Why do the rich people get all the free stuff? The poor people should get the free stuff. The rich people got the money to buy the stuff, like the $3,500 cup to drink your mint julep out of. Here is Maine with a dispatch.
Hey, News Junkies, it's Maine 420 here. Sean, I got a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
First, you want to hate on my state of Maine because you don't think it's beautiful. Second of all, how in the heck can you hate the Beastie Boys? They're one of the best-known bands in rock history. Anyways, if it wasn't for C-Lane and Sabrina, I probably wouldn't be listening to you. Anyways, I still love you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.
All right.
Damn, son.
First things first.
I'm the realist.
I'm sure Maine is a lovely place. Despite the fact that I was born in Vermont, I don't know that I've ever been to Maine.
Is that like a battle?
Does
Vermont have Maine?
I don't think they have a rivalry. They're both like some of the safest states in the country because there's not a whole hell of a lot of people there. And the photos look beautiful. I just don't necessarily want to spend any time there right now. And I don't hate the Beastie Boys. This is the way things work now. If you say, I'm not into the Beastie Boys. I don't
That's
like
not
the
how
Beastie
you
Boys.
said it, Sean.
Beastie Boys are overrated, is what I think I said.
No,
I don't know if
you
I said I
you
hated
hate
them.
the Beastie Boys.
I don't hate
C-Lane
them.
said, Red Hot Chili Peppers is overrated.
They are
and
overrated.
then I think maybe, so would you like to retract your statement and then, give it out again in a proper way?
If I said I hate the Beastie Boys, that's probably overstepping how I actually feel about it because I'm neither here nor there. I'm not impressed like everybody else is. It's not my style. I don't like it. But if you do, go for it. Hang out in Maine, rock the Beastie Boys. Just overall, enjoy yourself.
Have some lobster rolls.
Oh, probably good fresh lobster too. One more. Here's Slabadabba, and he says, too hammered on Friday.
What up, junkies? Happy today. Hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. I had a ton of fun. Got to hang out with C-Lane and Josh on Friday night. That was something. Jeez, I got I don't know if you guys were in the Discord, but there's a whole freaking thing that happened that night with me, and it's pretty funny. So if you guys want the lowdown on my absolutely insane weekend, go ahead, pop in the Discord.
I didn't see
wiggle,
this.
wiggle.
Dude, you hung out with Slabadella?
I saw him for a little bit.
On Friday?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, though.
Oh. You went further on Cinco de Mayo? How far did you go down that Cinco de Mayo?
I know exactly how far I went because it was very embarrassing.
Oh, no, what happened?
You had to, didn't you have to return somewhere?
Yeah, I woke up to a text that said, "Hey, are you still here, bro?" And it was a picture of my tab.
Oh, no!
And then...
You dined and dashed.
Not on purpose. And also... some of the stuff on that tab was not mine.
Oh no! Did people start to pile things on there?
I think maybe perhaps one of Fowler's or Thomas's drinks made it on my tab. Not that I'm not complaining about that. I went back the next day and paid it. But after I saw the text, I went, "Oh yikes! Did I leave a tab last night?
Oh boy!
Wonder what time I got home." And then I checked the Ring doorbell. And it was a very, very embarrassing 11:30. And I was like, what the hell? That seems so early.
Your rage meter is dropping. You gotta get it back up.
Considering you started at 11 a.m. drinking, that's impressive.
It was a thing.
All right, we're going to take more of your dispatches throughout the show today. As always, go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on yours now. We've got our friend Amy K coming up in just a bit on the show. Plus, the President Biden gets into a food fight. This is a weird one, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Same address on another social platform. At Real Radio 1041 on TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be soaring to the upper 80s with a lot of sunshine. Do not forget your sunscreen today and do make sure you're staying hydrated. We remain dry today and tomorrow, but rain chances will be moving back into the forecast by the middle of the week. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2023.
Well, when the warm summer weather arrives, you need to make sure that you, as a homeowner, are prepared. And you got to make sure that your air conditioning is working. And not only working, but working the correct way efficiently so you don't have those huge power bills. I know something can go wrong with your AC and you cannot know what to do, and that's totally fine. That's why you have the experts over at Mills Air on your side, and they're incredibly fair. So what they're going to do is they're going to show up to your house. They'll send out one of their experts. They can work on any kind of AC out there, any brand they're able to fix and help you out with, and they're going to take a look at it. And if it's a $5 part, then it's a $5 part, and they'll fix everything and get it up and running for the summer. If you need a new AC and things are really bad off and it's been a long time, well, they've got financing for pretty much everybody out there. They are the perfect place to turn to for your AC needs, and they've been doing this since 1992. That's more than 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, and they can get you big rebates toward a brand new and very efficient Carrier unit that will help you save on your power bill. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Hey, it's Ryan from the Monsters in the Morning.
And Scott from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Scott, I've been thinking, at this point in my life, which is more important, to manage my time or to manage my money?
You know, it's weird you bring that up. I have a good friend named Sandy who likes to tell me that when you're young, Ryan, you got lots of time, you probably ain't got much money. But when you get older, if you do things right, you got some money, but you ain't got much time.
Let's talk more about that on It's Only Money on Real Radio 104.1, 8 a.m. Sunday morning.
Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to GetRefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to GetRefunds.com. GetRefunds.com.
Hear new music first on your free iHeartRadio app.
This is Lars. James from Metallica here.
And this is iHeartRadio.
What's up? This is Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park. We're the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. The free iHeartRadio app is where the biggest stars in the world connect with you. Download it today.
One day you're serving in the military, and then the next day you come home and you're dealing with an injury.
Britton is in recovery from an addiction to prescription opioids.
My opioid misuse and need got so strong. Addiction is hard. You're not going to fix it on your own. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Visit cdc.gov/RxAwareness.
Summit Racing has the parts and accessories to get your ride summer road trip ready. With millions of parts from the best brands in stock, you'll find exactly what you need to hit the highway or take the road less traveled. SummitRacing.com. Everything you need for anything you drive.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Dispatches in just a moment. Also, as I said, our friend Amy Kay is going to be joining us in just a bit. We'll see what's going on out there in the world.
You're saying it extra today because the last 2 weeks I've had to try to make an A with my hands and remind you.
Well,
so I feel like you either wrote it down.
I didn't, but when I remembered it, I said, if I keep saying it, it'll stay on my radar, and then I won't screw it up again.
We shall see.
So hopefully this works, and I don't lose track here. Before we get to your thoughts and what's happening with you, there's a food fight in the White House, they say. And it's very, very odd what's going on behind the scenes. Apparently, the First Lady Jill Biden is very upset with President Joe Biden. Because he's 8 million years old, and he doesn't want to follow any instructions for eating healthy. Which I don't blame him. If I'm old, I'm going to eat whatever I want.
Exactly.
I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want at that point.
It's still going to be natural causes at the end of the day.
Well, I'm not the president, so I think it's a little different for the president. But Jill Biden is pushing him to eat more like fish and vegetables and things you're supposed to eat to keep you healthy when you're older. And they said, here's the diet. They say the president eats like a child. His favorite dishes include peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which...
It's easy to chew.
Recently tried the Uncrustables. Mwah, magnifique. If he's eating the Uncrustables, I'm on that page, man. BLTs, pizza, and BLTs. I don't want to go into a rant here, but BLTs are the worst sandwich out there. It's the worst possible sandwich. A bacon sandwich on its own. All the rest is just accoutrements. Bacon can't stand up enough to be a star of a sandwich like that.
When's the last time you had a BLT?
I had one a long time ago, and I realized this is an empty sandwich.
Don't you have a ham sandwich?
No, I make turkey sandwiches. I make turkey and
Are you against
cheese.
ham sandwiches then?
I'm not against ham sandwiches, but ham can stand up. Ham's like a big, powerful meat.
The tea stands up too.
The tea is just tomatoes, lettuce and tomatoes. Those are accoutrements.
They're
All
not.
you're getting.
No, that's part of the sandwich.
Yeah, man.
It's still just
mayonnaise is an accoutrement.
Okay, would you eat a sandwich that just had lettuce and tomato?
No.
I've had
a sandwich.
I had tomato sandwiches. People have tomato sandwiches.
It's like an impoverished sandwich. There's not enough to it there. You need something a little extra.
If the dude from
The bacon.
If the dude from what's that place you love? Turkey and the Wolf.
Yes.
If he served you a tomato sandwich, would you
I love this
turn your
thing.
nose
Thank
at
you.
it?
I'd probably try it, but I don't even eat the bacon. Or not the bacon. I don't even eat the bologna thing. I don't eat that sandwich at Turkey and the Wolf. It's Courtney's favorite thing to eat in the world.
The fried
probably.
bologna?
Yeah,
because it's
That's
delicious.
It's the thing that they're famous for mostly.
So what do you get over there?
Oh, the Mama Tried burger is the greatest thing on planet
So you
Earth.
go to a sandwich shop and get a burger.
Yeah, a burger's a sandwich. It's the same
It's
thing.
like going to a steakhouse and getting spaghetti.
I didn't want to get lost on this, but BLTs are garbage. All right, friends.
There we go. The guy
Pizza,
from Maine's going to dispatch again.
Cookies. He eats spaghetti with butter and red sauce, which growing up, I know that seems really gross to a lot of people, but that was one of the things my mom made. She would make like butter noodles and then actually put
All
like
day.
butter in it, and there's nothing else. There's
Parmesan and butter.
Yeah.
And that was the meal many, many a times.
But I guess if you've never had
and
that
a little bit of
before-
ketchup.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people do, but
Poor
I
people.
don't know if that. Yeah, I don't know if that's like a poor Southern thing or what the hell it is, because some people.
I'm going to tell you one thing. It's not a rich Southern thing.
You don't think so? It's not something.
But we loved it, okay?
You don't think this is served at the Kentucky Derby?
No.
They're not plating this up. I think it's one of those things you have to grow up eating to truly understand. But that's what the president is eating. They said an ice cream that he occasionally makes into an entire sundae, according to current and former Biden aides. What is it with people who become president or people who are like politicians so often being the weirdest eaters ever? The story about Ron DeSantis, with like he loves pudding and he ate it with his finger on a plane. Whether or not that's true, who knows? The former president Trump, he ate all kinds of garbage.
Well done steak with ketchup on it. And
Yeah.
then,
Diet Coke button?
Diet Coke button, which I got to admit, I was jealous of the Diet Coke button.
You don't have one
I
on
would
Mega Disc?
totally-
One over there.
I got one right here. I also have another button that shuts and locks the door.
I have
Creeper button.
You got a Matt Lauer on
Just
there?
for you two.
Did Sean install you the Matt Lauer?
We're not going anywhere.
I haven't tried all the buttons out over there, so it very well could be.
Let me see.
It could be that.
Nope, that's
No,
not
I
it.
didn't do it, unfortunately.
But yeah,
Oh,
no.
there we go. Now the door shuts.
And then President Trump had the well done steak with the ketchup that a lot of people were just
They will
turning their nose at.
tar and feather you for that.
Absolutely. And then he also during the pandemic when or during the government shutdown, I forget which one it was, when he had all the football players eat McDonald's and Taco Bell.
And they had like a stack of all the fast food items. There's piled
And of course, we remember when that guy goes into McDonald's, he knows the menu better Better than they know the
I
menu.
go there all the time. Probably know the menu better than you. And then there was another president that damn near caused an international incident. Or I don't even know if it was a president. It might have been somebody running for office in New York. And they took a photograph of them sitting down eating. And they had a slice of pizza and they were eating it with a fork. And
oh, gosh.
I believe it was because they were running for office in New York. Like maybe it was Bloomberg or somebody. And the New Yorkers were like, what? What are you doing? And they just went bananas after whoever did this. See if you can find that, because I remember that.
De Blasio.
Was it? De Blasio, the damn groundhog killer himself, who ate pizza with a fork, and everyone was like, oh, my God.
Also, GOP presidential candidate John Kasich?
Yeah.
Kasich?
Kasich.
He went far.
He also was. I think anybody who is of note that is spotted forking a pizza, they get called out. Because this one was CNN.com.
Right.
They called it Kasich's Pizzagate.
Yeah, you got to know what you're doing when you're a politician, and especially when you're eating in public. Like Obama, even if he didn't like him, he had that down. He would go into a place and he'd get like a beer.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd like munch on a hot dog just like a regular person.
No.
And you just got to eat like a normal human being, and it could be good for you. Don't eat pizza with a fork, and don't eat BLTs. It's weird. So they're fighting.
I want a BLT like right
Me
now.
too.
This is making you hungry for one?
Yeah, count me in.
All I have to do is get some lettuce, a tomato, and then one tiny little strip of bacon that's just overwhelmed by absolutely everything else on the
Not
sandwich.
one strip. You're talking out
How
of
many
your ass
strips
right
of
now.
bacon are you putting on your BLT?
Multiple strips.
3 or 4.
3 or 4, like full-size strips of bacon?
Yes. Get 3
You can't-
BLTs
you
and
can't
let him
ever get the bacon right
reapproach
for
this.
it. It's just not good.
I get
I'm
bacon
sorry.
Yeah,
You know-
I mean, you had a bad experience, and I understand that, but that doesn't make all BLTs bad BLTs.
You can't blame it on the lettuce thing, because I've grown up on that. I eat lettuce now. All right, lettuce is in my world. It's only moderately in my world, but I do if I get a taco now, I get it with lettuce like an adult. I used to be a child about this. I'm into it. But I don't just want a heaping pile of lettuce and a tomato with this stupid little weak piece of bacon on top. That does not constitute a sandwich. I did not want to fight over this. This was not what the food fight was supposed to be about.
You're going to lose the fight for sure.
I think that there is more anti-BLT sentiment than pro-BLT
now you're making
sentiment.
things up.
No, I believe that the anti-BLT side of things is larger than the pro-BLT.
The vegans?
The vegans aren't going to eat the B. They're just going to have the L and the T, which is the lamest sandwich I could ever think of in my life. Oh, it should go unordered on every menu.
Cheese then.
Arya Shadowblade on Twitch says, today I learned Sean doesn't know how to make a BLT. Yeah, it's right there in the name. I've got all the things. How could I not? Bread, bacon, lettuce,
You're
tomato.
missing in some seasonings, some mayonnaise.
Put some mayonnaise on that thing. It's even worse.
No,
Gross.
so much better.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Actually, we have time for 1 or 2 dispatches. Let's work in, one. We'll do one dispatch, and then we'll go on from that. Here is Arwen talking about the Kentucky Derby.
Hey, so C-Lane, you just had a question here. Asking what the difference is between the party in the infield at the Derby and the party in the grandstand.
Yes.
As a person who's from Kentucky, I can tell you I've been to both. The only difference between the two is how much the shoes cost that you're going to puke on, because you're going to be smashed. There's no way around it. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Arwen. There was a video of a straight-up fist fight at the Kentucky Derby.
Really? I thought you were supposed to have some decorum.
Yeah, usually, but I think they get so hammered that stuff like this ends up happening. Because they were swinging at each other. One guy's nose is all bloody, and they were really having at each other right there in front of the cameras and everything. But it gets a little wild, I guess. We're going to get wild when we come back. Our friend Amy Kay is going to take us on a ride through what's happening in her life.
Amy Kaufeld coming up for sure.
It's totally going to happen when we return. Amy Kaufeld.
If she stiffs us, this is going to look very, very embarrassing for you.
This big giant run up. All right, hopefully that's happening. It's coming up next in the news, Junkie.
It's back. The 2023 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival, May 16th through the 29th in Lock Haven Park. Tickets available now at orlandofringe.org.
Hey family, what's happening? Hopefully your week is off to a great start on this Monday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it does seem that there's a couple of things reported. The first, there was an incident earlier on the beach line westbound that's approaching Innovation Way. You're going to feel delays. And also, there is an incident that has a left lane blocked on Palm Parkway and State Road 535. Beside that, eastbound delays at this time, of course, eastbound approaching State Road 535, but all good beside that. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Insperity, providing scalable HR services, access to better benefits, payroll, and HR technology for over 35 years. Insperity's mission is to help businesses succeed so communities prosper. Insperity, HR that makes a difference. Visit Insperity.com.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of growing your business? You see, sometimes it's tough to maintain momentum that you've built up and still keep your employees engaged. Well, Insperity can help. They put over 35 years of HR experience to work. They can help you with things like hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving your employees the most competitive benefit options. When your people thrive, your business can adapt and prosper. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. So if you're running a business out there, sometimes it's best to focus on the things that you're really, really good at and then make your business successful and let the other folks, the experts at Insperity, help you with stuff like this. I'm talking about scalable HR, employee benefits, HR technology, Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
And now, a couple of corny facts. Number 1, there are about 800 kernels in each ear of corn. Number 2, an ear of corn always has an even number of rows. And number 3, Florida sweet corn season ends in June. June? What? Why didn't anybody tell me that it was gonna...
Oh, well, I guess that's a wrap.
It's sweet corn season in Florida. Stop on your way home and get some before it's gone. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Hi, Darcy the cow here for Black Cow, the mature manure. It's time to start getting your flower and vegetable gardens off to a great start with Black Cow. Prepare new plant beds with a 1.5-inch layer of Black Cow in the area and then mix it in with the soil 6 inches deep. Black Cow is organic. Pick up the bright yellow bag and get growing.
Black Cow, the mature manure, Black Cow.
It's been said that good fences make good neighbors. Your friends at Fence Outlet couldn't agree more. Whatever style, whatever color, just share your ideas. And your friends at Fence Outlet will have the right application for you. For quality fences at the best prices, go to fenceoutlet.com.
License number C10252 and C10803.
Ocean Bank is coming to Orlando. So we decided to bring you a break from the commercial break. Take this time to dream about how you would grow your business with Ocean Bank. Visit us at oceanbank.com. Ocean Bank. Member FDIC.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In Office Orlando.
EasyCater presents We've Got Your Back, Up Singers.
Back Up Singers. So right before this important meeting, I get a text from EasyCater that the restaurant lost power. No electricity. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But EasyCater was like, don't worry. No sweat. They got another restaurant to fill the whole order. And I was like, are you kidding me? But in a good way. Inflection is everything.
Problem with your order? EasyCater has your back with over 100,000 restaurants.
EasyCater.
Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.
They got your back.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Get top deals on everything you need to freshen up your yard, like the Cobalt 24-volt string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit, only at Lowe's. Was $199, now just $149. Plus, get your lawn in shape with up to $15 off select Scott's Easy Seed Lawn Repair Mixes. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Scott's offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Quitting nicotine isn't easy, which is why Tobacco-Free Florida offers free tools and services like free 2-week starter kits of Quit Aids. We're also trying out music to help motivate smokers to quit.
Not another cigarette would be late. Now there's someone living tobacco-free. It's you.
Wow. Okay. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 in just a moment. Man, we got all the monies coming in for the commercials right now. We've stepped it up. We now have manure, the manure industry. We started out with like all the fruits and vegetables that have said we want to get to this audience, and they've thrown money at the station. And now the manure company.
Previous to now, I was going to try and formulate some sort of recipe that incorporated all of it until the manure joined in.
That really ruins things.
Yeah,
it screws it up.
Not so great.
All right, here she is, our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35.
Hi, you guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Happy Monday.
You too. All right.
I can't. You guys sound like you're underwater.
Oh, no.
Ask me again.
Okay. No. We'll just move here. We'll move along. I wanted to ask you a question, Amy. First of all, how was your weekend? How was everything?
It was good. We had Runway to Hope this weekend, which is always an amazing event. Mark and Josie Nejane put that event on at the Rose and Shingle Creek, and everybody comes together to raise money for kids who have been diagnosed with cancer. So it's awesome. I love that event.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there. I would love to get involved next year. You put in the good
Come
work.
on down, Sabrina. All the
only ones not
XL
invited.
1067 crew is there. You guys should be there too.
That's true. I don't know why we get shut out of this. That's a great event. Very, very
you
good
have to
cause.
wear something besides a t-shirt and a blazer.
Why? A blazer and a t-shirt sounds fancy to me. What's wrong with that?
Look at the pictures.
Oh, and
stand out like a sore thumb.
Amy looked fantastic. She always does, though. I mean, I'm not going to step up to that.
It was fun.
Was that Saturday or Sunday?
What's that?
Was that Saturday or Sunday, Amy?
That was Saturday night. Saturday night, yeah.
So Saturday was a big day for you then, because all the coronation stuff and the Derby and
it was crazy.
A lot to pack in.
It was crazy. I actually did tune in and watch a little bit of the coronation, and then I came to work this morning and I was curious, just asking everybody, like, what'd you think? Did you watch the coronation? And everybody kind of was like, it was kind of like watching church on television.
It is.
So, did you guys watch any of it?
I just saw a couple of clips.
I watched a good amount, but then it all just came back to me. I was all the prayers that I said growing up in Catholic school and going to church every Sunday. I'm like, it's still there, baby.
Yeah, it was weird because there's kind of an odd juxtaposition between the coronation and the Kentucky Derby. The dress is almost the same if you're attending both of those things. They wear like exquisite hats and like very fancy, odd outfits that you wouldn't wear at anything else. There's a little bit of a crossover there that just happened to be the case. I saw this story today, and I was wondering, immediately I was like, I wonder if Amy Caulfield has ever done this. Amy, have you ever been to a rodeo?
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. The rodeo, I always thought was like a fringe thing, but there's a couple of stories, including one of the Wall Street Journal today, that says the rodeo is like exploding in popularity right now.
Huh.
I have no idea why.
Have they changed it up?
I have an idea
Oh, you
why.
know why.
Yeah, Yellowstone.
Oh, that's
exactly.
yeah.
Thank you, C-Lane.
That's
totally the reason.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the explosion of these shows like Yellowstone and all the spin-offs of Yellowstone, for that matter, has probably made everybody thinks they're a damn cowboy now. They want to get out there and do this. And so these people who are like new fans, probably because of Yellowstone, are coming out and they don't know the rules, and they've been booing people, and like that is a no-go thing at the rodeo. You don't do that.
Like, what do you boo somebody for?
For like falling off the bull too quickly or whatever thing. Weird. And so it's a bunch of like city folk that are making their way into these events, and they don't know what the hell they're doing. And now you're right. I didn't think about that time, but that's probably exactly what has led to a lot of this.
Yeah, like because on Yellowstone they have this whole like series where they buy all these horses and they're like show horses and that they do rodeos and then they go to rodeos during the show and they actually have real rodeo performers on the show. They're not actors who are doing the stunts because that makes sense, right? You want people who actually know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Often I see people doing these things and I say, "Oh, I could do that, or I could do this, or I could do this good," and Sabrina and C-Lane say, "You're out of your mind. You could never do that." I could not be on a bull for more than like 0.2 seconds.
See,
I don't think I'm so scared.
I can't even stay on an electric bull.
You think you could do it? The bull riding?
Yeah. So I did, in my college days, very well on a mechanical bull. Very well. So a part of me would like to try it, but then I am reminded of the aftermath of it and how long that will.
What was the speed? Like, did you have it like on a scale of like?
Well,
do you remember?
It was a college bar, so they were doing it at the speed so my boobs bounced around. Whatever that speed is.
Right? Yeah. My bones would break, man. I don't think that one is what I could do. So what's on your radar? What's on your what are you focused on today, Amy?
A couple of things. So we're following up on, there was a security guard who was pistol whipped. It happened over the weekend in Winter Garden at a place called Knox Nursery. So they actually had 2 security guards at this nursery. And I guess you think about that, right? Because I always think when you drive by a nursery, it would be, fairly easy to get in there and steal stuff, right? Because it's, it's like you got a fence and then you got all these plants and those plants are expensive.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, so the security guard said that this group of guys in ski masks approached him. And that he said he went to grab his weapon and one of them grabbed his own weapon first and knocked him upside the head pretty good. And then there was a second security guard who also encountered these same guys on the property. They ended up arresting 2 of them. One of them they said is still on the run, but just kind of an odd story. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you 3 guys in ski masks with guns trying to rob a nursery,
It seems like overkill. Like something else
A little
might be
bit.
going on there. I'm sure they'll figure out what was happening.
Dumb question. Are we talking a nursery full of children or trees?
Plants.
Trees version.
Plants.
Okay.
Plants.
You know what?
Yeah.
Both seem not great to rob.
No.
But one of them seems a little more terrifying than the other.
Right, stealing plants is way less offensive than stealing children.
Some plants are expensive, man.
Children. I saw one of the stories that you were covering today on Fox 35, Amy, and it's an amazing one where this 911 dispatcher.
Oh my gosh, I saw that.
From I think Flagler County and the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, they over the phone coached this couple into delivering a baby, and it was amazing.
Wasn't she fabulous? Her name is Stephanie Mayberry. She is a dispatcher in Flagler County, and she got a 911 call. It was a 36-year-old man who was calling about his fiance who had just gone into labor. It was actually her second baby, so they weren't complete and total novices. But she was great. She coached him through the whole thing. She asked how far apart are the contractions, and then it's just is the baby's head crowning? Okay, I want you to look. And anyway, if you listen to the audio, we have it on our website.
Yeah.
Like, she's just so reassuring, and she's the kind of person you would want coaching you through that if you'd never done this before,
Yeah, I've got a sample of it here from Fox 35.
The baby's head is usually going to come first, and it's going to come fast, okay? I want her to just go ahead and breathe through it. And if you need to put me on speakerphone, okay?
She's so calm.
Okay. And then when she starts to push, I want you to make sure that the umbilical cord is not wrapped around the baby's neck, okay?
Okay. Yeah, this guy's freaking out. All I need to hear him say is one word.
That's terrifying.
He's like, well, God, what do I got to do here?
That's incredible, man.
To keep your cool in those situations is a particular type of skill.
Fast forward to the end of it because it's so sweet. Like,
it's so sweet. Yeah.
Is this something that 911 dispatchers have, like, a book that they grab when it's baby time?
It's so funny you say that, T-Lane, because that's totally what I was thinking this morning. I was like, she must have like a quick reference guide, right, for every scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like somebody gets burned, somebody's having a baby, Did you find the end of it?
I've seen it. I've seen that book before. Dispatch Dan came in and did an interview one time, and he showed me like this little tabbed book that they have. Here's a little more of this.
Let me know when they come in, okay? And if you guys have the clean towels, just go ahead and wrap the baby. Did the baby fully come out?
Put the baby on the towel.
Oh.
Yes, go ahead and put the baby on the towel. Make sure that the airway is clear.
Say again.
Make sure that the is that the baby crying?
Yeah.
Okay, you did great. They're going to come and assist you, okay?
Does this hit you differently now, Sealand?
I don't know. Did Amy find out?
If Amy knows.
Oh, yeah.
Amy, guess who's having a baby?
Who?
Me.
No.
No. C-Lane's wife is pregnant.
Yeah. So
you're kidding.
So Sean
I
pulled.
didn't know that. That's wonderful.
Sean-
Did you announce it on social media and I missed it?
No, I haven't really put anything on Facebook. Just on the show.
Yeah.
But that's so wonderful.
Yeah.
When? What's the due date?
Early November.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Can you believe it? After 10 years.
How do you think he's going to do as a dad, Amy?
He's going to be a great dad.
All right.
Does this mean you guys can't go out bar hopping anymore? What is this going to do to like your?
He's just going to strap the baby to his chest.
It's more of a daytime kind of thing.
More of a daytime kind of thing.
Baby during the daytime, party at night. You balance everything out perfectly. Anything else grabbing your attention out there, Amy Kaufeld?
A couple things. We just did a push alert on this one. Hold on, let me read you what we just pushed out. It says vehicle crashes into. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is crazy. A vehicle just crashed into a Winter Garden home. Did you guys see the video from last week of the guy that crashed into the house in Kissimmee?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, Sean, you got to pull it up. It's insane. So this car, the guy apparently was having some kind of like medical issue, right? So he's careening in and out of cars. He's going like 100 miles an hour, crazy fast down, a residential area. And then all of a sudden the car slams into this house in Kissimmee. There's 8 people inside. The car catches on fire. Then the house catches on fire.
Oh my God.
This was just last week. It's crazy. You got to pull up the video. But believe it or not, that guy ended up surviving, and so did all the people in the house. But we just put out a push alert about a car that went into a house in Winter Garden. This one just happened, and it says one person transported to the hospital, one person died.
Oh, God.
So anyway, we'll be working on that story today, but you got to go check out that video.
Right,
it is just
Here's
crazy.
what she was talking about. It's a ring cam I'm looking at. I don't know if there's any audio.
Yeah.
Oh, there is some audio on this. All right, I see a car like in the middle of an intersection.
Pretty residential neighborhood.
Yeah. There's like houses everywhere and driveways and stuff. This car's doing a U-turn. Definitely not a.
That is not the one. Yeah, but that car is about to pull up. Did you see it?
Oh my God.
I saw
It was going like 90 miles an hour.
That was wild.
Crazy.
Wow.
And how that guy didn't die. When you see the pictures of the house, the whole house catches on fire. And the fact that there were 8 people inside the house at the time, it's like a miracle.
This car doing a U-turn had no idea what was headed in its direction.
I mean, they could have just easily hit that guy. I don't know if the guy was shot or.
I thought it was gunshots at first.
Yeah.
That's what I thought
it's
that noise
crazy.
was. Wow.
Hit the brakes,
that's
my man.
All right.
That
well,
story is just wild.
There's that.
Be safe out there, everybody. It's a wild
No
world.
kidding.
And don't be rude at the rodeo. Just keep it together. You gotta follow the rules.
Good lessons here.
I'm going to look up that rodeo story. I have not heard that.
Yeah, I guess
People
it's getting more
behaving
popular.
badly at the rodeo.
You don't want to do that. All right. Thank you so much, Amy Kaufeld.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Make sure you're watching her each and every day.
And congrats, C-Lane.
Thank you.
There he goes. All right. Well, thank you, Amy Kaufeld. We'll talk to you next week. And when we come back, we're going to hear from you, your dispatches. You can go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. God, the noise that car made.
That was going so fast.
Flying through there. It's just,
I couldn't hear a word Amy Kaufeld was saying.
I know.
As soon as the noise started like ramping up, and you're like, oh my gosh.
I thought I had the wrong video because I said, no, this is like some gunshots being fired in a neighborhood. But you just see the car just fly by the camera and smash into a house. It was wild. Okay, back with a whole lot more, including somebody who says they're so thankful they had dash cam footage of this event because it shows people that they're not crazy and that they were not lying. What is it? You're going to hear it next. It is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey family, what's happening? Hopefully your week is off to a great start on this Monday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it does seem that there's a couple of things reported. The first, there was an incident earlier on the beach line westbound that's approaching Innovation Way. You're going to feel delays. And also, there is an incident that has a left lane blocked on Palm Parkway and State Road 535. Beside that, eastbound delays at this time, of course, eastbound approaching State Road 535, but all good beside that. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for Fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Let me tell you about my friend, that mortgage guy, Don. He's a mortgage broker, and mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. Now, it's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And he is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. His process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated, confusing, so frustrating you don't want to do it. But not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, and you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. Go to the website right now, thatmortgageguydon.com, and see the difference immediately. Click apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
And now, a couple of corny facts. Number one, Florida sweet corn season ends in June. June? What? Why didn't anybody tell me that it was gonna... It's sweet corn season in Florida. Stop on your way home and get some before it's gone.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. Sunny, warm, ooh, and expected afternoon showers. I am feeling so fine. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop and support our state. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit and ask Him to minister to you.
Listen to Meditative Prayers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Assuming, Sealand, that's a delicious BLT over there that you're mowing down on.
It would be really odd if I had brought to work today the exact sandwich that you just randomly started having some sort of rampage against.
You said, "How dare you, sir?" And been into it. No, that looks like something a little more bulbous.
It's breakfasty.
Breakfast burrito style.
Yeah.
Did you track down that Mexican food truck that Sabrina hit up last week for Cinco?
I didn't, but that was
a secret.
I was a breakfast burrito with steak in it.
Yeah, they know what they're doing at those kind of places. Have you guys ever considered putting a dash cam in your vehicle?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I have one.
You do?
Yeah, but I just have not installed it.
Oh, okay.
Like an
you
idiot.
haven't put it in there.
One of these days, for sure.
What do you do? Just like plug it into the cigarette lighter and then bam, you're ready to go? You're
I
off
think
to the
it's
races?
Gotta have probably a
USB charger and then SD card.
Yeah, okay.
It's an old one.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, an old one? Is that the brand?
It's an old one.
This one is an old one, 5250.
It's like a hum-hum.
They're pretty cheap now. They've made them pretty affordable. And a lot of, obviously, drive share people have them, like Uber drivers or Lyft drivers. They have these in their vehicle, and it's smart for them to have. You don't want to have to worry about somebody coming in your vehicle and then lying about whatever happened, and then you have your word against theirs, and they just believe the other person. If you've got the video footage, you're going to be a lot better off. It's like body cams for cops.
I just think that the minute I buy a dash cam and install a dash cam, nothing fun will ever happen, ever to me while I'm driving anymore while that thing is running.
Right. Or if it does, it won't catch it for some reason. That's the frustration there. In some cases, people are using this to their benefit because there was this dude from Melbourne, Australia, and he was driving around and he was going through a smaller neighborhood, like a pretty residential area. And the guy, as he's driving around, has his dash cam on. And he ends up hitting this little girl. Let me see if I can bring this up for those of you watching. And again, I'll describe it for everybody else. But in the footage, he's just kind of cruising around. And this little girl comes out of nowhere. And I mean nowhere. And she ends up getting hit by the front of his vehicle. He brakes so fast, it's ridiculous. Here it is right here. You see them cruising down the road. I don't know if there's any audio to this, but there he goes. Ready? It happens very fast. Cruising down the road.
Man, you're going fast with that tight look. Oh, my God.
Right there.
She okay?
She's okay. But he did hit her. They did make connection. That's her dad who hit the hood of the car. So he's cruising. They said he was going 40 kilometers an hour in the neighborhood. I don't know if that's the speed limit here. But the little girl comes running out. Gets popped by the front of the car.
This is going like 25 miles an hour.
Dad is pissed at the driver. In all reality, I think the driver did an amazing job.
Of what?
The driver
hitting the girl?
The driver hit his brakes so fast. That reaction time was pretty unbelievable, actually. Think about this, all right? Put yourself...
He was going really fast.
What? He was going 40 kilometers an hour. Is that... What's that in miles?
25 miles an hour. But
that
you
could be
saw
the speed limit.
how narrow that road is?
It is a real residential area, but watch this and imagine you're driving, okay? You just think you're cruising down the road. You're not expecting the little girl to pop out, and then look how fast he hits his brakes. That's a really good reaction time.
She still has some neck injuries with that.
And if he wouldn't have hit the brakes that fast, that little girl would have been gone for. The family immediately comes out and starts screaming at this guy, and he says he was saved by the dash cam proving his innocence. The video really saved my life because if police listened to the statements, I could have been charged and found guilty. He stopped the car the second he realized the little girl was in his path, and he wishes the incident didn't occur. But they wanted him charged with a bunch of stuff, and they said that he didn't do anything wrong and was driving actually very safe because of the amount of brake that he was able to put on so quickly. And luckily, that girl lived. If he was going full tilt 25 and ended up hitting a little girl and just kind of rolling over her, she probably wouldn't have survived that. But this she did. And they're using this as an example to say everybody should have a dash cam on their car. I don't have one, but I wonder sometimes if it would be worth it just to put one in there and then forget about it until you need it.
God, that'd be so much footage of me picking my nose.
Yeah, they have them with like both sides, right?
Yeah.
They have them where they catch backwards and they catch the road in front of you, so you can record everything. And I could see it being useful.
Yeah, I just think that nothing would happen to me. And then if it ever, or if I'm renting a car somewhere, probably something stupid will happen in that car.
Yeah.
No dash cam.
Every single time you're away.
If the batteries go out or something's wrong, the connection gets broken.
Yeah.
Bad stuff will happen. Stuff that's film worthy.
It's like if you bought a telescope right now, there would never be one of these moons that make the news and they tell everybody to get outside and see the super blood wolf moon. There would never be another one again.
Yeah, but we're talking about stuff I would want to do.
Right.
Word.
I thought you loved moons.
What if your kid loves moons?
Yeah. Oh, that would be great.
If the kid loves the moon, it's the kid
All he
loves
wants
the moon.
for his birthday is a moon.
You should name
Moon
your
shirts.
kid Moon. Your son Moon.
I'm not naming
Moon Lane is a great name. Are
Moon
you
Lane
kidding
is
me?
a stupid name.
Moon Lane is excellent. If somebody
What
walked
am
in
I,
here
a
right
Zappa?
now and they were like, oh, "What's your name?" You said Moon Lane
Or Express.
Yeah,
No.
Express Lane is not bad. You know, this is gonna be catchy. If you name your kid one of these names like this, no one will ever forget your son's name. No one will ever forget it. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're Express Lane," and they'll remember that forever.
First name Insane, middle name Brain.
Oh, Insane Brain Lane. That's really memorable. I think you got to loosen up. Don't go for the old tried and true names that
Chuck.
everybody goes for. You got to go for something that's got a little flavor to it. I think
Feeling doesn't want to have this conversation.
We thought about just picking a bunch of names and attaching them to Kentucky Derby horses, and just letting
which one wins.
letting
That would have
fate.
been great. Yeah. Whatever you land on, you land on. And then one day when your son's like, "Hey, why'd you name me this?" You go, "Well, let me tell you a story." All right, here we go. Let's hear from a couple of people. Here is Skippa Style chiming in on the BLT hate.
What up, junkies? Sean, I too have hate for the BLT.
Uh-huh.
I just always thought, that there's no meat. There's never, ever enough bacon in
Not
any
enough
sandwich
there.
ever. So I didn't want a sandwich with just bacon, lettuce, and tomato. And I'm not a tomato guy, to be honest. So this is what I'll do. As a rule of mine, if I'm going to talk crap about anything, I have to have it. I got to try it. So I'm going to go out, get me a BLT.
All right.
And I'll report back to you.
Please do.
Which is probably going to suck. But I'll do that, and I'll get back with you.
Go to 2J's.
I got to go. Wiggle
He's
pop,
ruining
pop.
his lunch for us.
Go to 2J's and get it with a side of mayo. Put the mayo on. You'll be good.
Why do you want the mayo on the side? Why don't I just have him put it on?
Because they don't put it. They don't serve it with the mayo on there. You got to ask for it.
Oh, God. I don't know. He's going to ruin his lunch over this whole thing. If you're going to do it, report back. Yes. Skip us dial. We'll go with whatever your verdict is. That'll be the final verdict on this. We got time for a couple more here. Here is Laser Blade talking about Knox growing weed.
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
Knox Nursery, I think the reason that was targeted is that is one of 7 certified or whatever by the state nurseries that is allowed to grow marijuana.
Ah,
I think that's why they were over there.
Huh.
Maybe not. Have a good day.
Oh,
Bye.
you just made that up?
There's more people saying this. Here's Lummox chiming in.
Hello, everybody. Knox Nursery is licensed to grow medical cannabis, so they were probably trying to steal weed.
But that's like a whole operation. I mean, you steal a plant. Do you have somewhere to take it that you can continue growing it?
In my head,
the whole process.
Maybe I'm wrong about this. In my head, I always pictured all the places where they grow weed as like in an enclosed area.
I think if you want to do a good job at it, you have to have a grow house.
Yeah, I've never pictured it just like a field that you're just wandering through, because people would be likely to just hop over the fence and go in there and steal something.
I think they do have fields some places.
Yeah, I've seen
Hawaii.
I've seen people do the photograph of the big field, and then they got their hands on a couple of the plants. So.
My old roommate from college works on a field, like on a farm. Yeah, brought her cat. Sends me pictures. I mean, it's tall as you would ever imagine, and then you just see the white cat peering behind the weed plant.
Hanging out in a weed field. All right, one more. Here is I'm Not a Hippie chiming in.
All right, Sean. This is how you make a perfect BLT. Get some Texas toast bread.
No such thing.
You lightly toast it. Put a little bit of mayo on. Fresh red tomatoes. Fresh bacon out of the oven. Gotta be crispy. Get some fresh spinach leaves because all the other lettuce sucks. Throw a little bit of pepper on it.
I mean,
put it together
fresh is
and
delicious.
top it off with some
It's got a great
everything
crunch.
bagel seasoning. I guarantee you it'll change your mind about BLTs. You should try it next time. Hippie up.
I'm not going to change my mind on that. It's just not going to happen. I don't think you could formulate a way to
There's
do
nothing
this.
wrong with being wrong.
I'm not wrong. We're all right here because we all have our own opinions. It's just that my opinion is better. That's what I'm suggesting. My opinion is superior.
It started off promising.
In this case, we went this weekend. We went to a place in town. I don't know how long the new location has been open for, but we went to this place called Pizza Bruno that you guys have heard of and been to. I'm sure most people have. And Courtney's like, oh, I'm so excited to order this salad, which always blows my mind. Like when you look at a menu with the kind of stuff like that they would have on it, and you're like, ooh, this salad is really exciting to me. But she loves that stuff. And she orders it. And when her salad comes out, I looked at it and I said, I'm glad that you like this and that you're into it. But the entire salad was made out of the stuff that they would decorate with at the Pizza Hut pizza buffet.
Yeah,
and
kale.
All the kale that they had in the middle of that I don't even think people ate that. It was just a decoration out there. And
that's when Pizza Hut was the #1 purchaser of kale in the United States before it became a superfood.
And not even for people actually eating it. But she was, it's great. It's so delicious. And I looked at it and I can't
salad.
I can't look at it and not see
Pizza
that
Hut.
this is just like decorations for something. Like this looks like you opened a Christmas decoration box to me, but she went for it. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? SWAT has been swatted, and Call Me Cat has served its last cat purchino. Boozy Badass busted for brandishing blaster. Plus, we've got to ask ourselves one question. Do you think Clint is okay? Well, do ya, punk? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends.
Coming on like a flower. Coming on. Yeah.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be soaring to the upper 80s with a lot of sunshine. Do not forget your sunscreen today and do make sure you're staying hydrated. We remain dry today and tomorrow, but rain chances will be moving back into the forecast by the middle of the week. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for Fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Look, some choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler. Like choosing True as One checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, And when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truist One Checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Managing healthcare for yourself, your kids, your aging parents, it's a lot to keep track of everything. Now you have help. Welcome to Village Medical, a whole new kind of primary care that's a lot more caring. Here your doctor really gets to know your family's needs and coordinates all their visits, labs, even prescriptions. Plus, you can make same-day appointments or schedule video or at-home visits, all covered by most insurance. It sounds different because it is different. Go to villagemedical.com and become a patient today.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
EasyCater presents We've Got Your Back, Up Singers.
Backup singers. So right before this important meeting, I get a text from EasyCater that the restaurant lost power. No electricity. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But EasyCater was like, don't worry. No sweat. They got another restaurant to fill the whole order. And I was like, are you kidding me? But in a good way. Inflection is everything.
Problem with your order? EasyCater has your back with over 100,000 restaurants.
EasyCater.
Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.
We got your back.
Kickstart your imagination with Audible. Hear celebrity and music memoirs, mysteries, true crime, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling. Audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
Our Fence Outlet salesperson was a wealth of information. Things that weren't addressed by other companies were addressed by Fence Outlet. We're so pleased with our new Fence Outlet fence.
Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C10252 and C10803.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall. There's only one Mo you should call. The Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Welcome to Pollo Tropical. Would you like to try our new coconut shrimp?
Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp, shrimp and the coconut. Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp.
Coco y camarón.
Pollo is serving up perfectly golden, sweet, and savory coconut shrimp in a bowl, platter, or on the side with our pineapple rum sauce. We're going coconuts for the all-new coconut shrimp, only at Pollo Tropical.
Coconut shrimp, coco y camarón.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Come on. Heart our stuff. At Real Radio 1041 on TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And Elvis and Simon still hanging out. My sister's dogs with Lady here, our dog, at the house. But very soon, they're leaving on Wednesday morning. Very soon.
I thought you were going to say they were getting evicted.
No, I'm not. I can't kick them out. I could never do that.
You know what he's going to say. Elvis has left the boat.
I mean, it's got to be said when he does finally leave, but
I need to take some pics with them.
I go back and forth and being like, oh, I'm going to miss them, to when Elvis is barking at the television, and I'm like, oh my God, there's nothing even on the TV right now. Shut up. What are you doing? And
I almost killed Carl this morning.
What happened?
I woke up with him under my shoulder.
Oh, my God. You were sleeping on top of Carl?
Yeah. I'm like, did you not want to move, you little croissant of a dog?
I was playing in the hallway with the dogs last night. I have to throw the ball for Elvis. He makes me do it. He'll bark at me if I don't do it. And I throw it 100 times. So he finally gets tired enough that he lays
arm
down.
Sore?
At the end, I'm just kind of rolling it. I'm really phoning it in. And Elvis is running down the hallway. And I look back, and as I'm walking backwards, I notice at the last second that Simon was right behind me. I almost smashed that dog's leg walking backwards, and I would have felt so bad. I was like, oh, God, we got to clean up this act here. Too many dogs, but they're sweet when they're sweet.
So you don't want a dog for your birthday?
No. I think we're good for right now. But
and not just any dog. Elvis is back!
Yay! And he's even fatter. We made him even bigger. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
What are we doing?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
smoke weed every day. Hold up.
I just look like an idiot on the stream.
What happened? What'd you do?
I thought it was the old angle. So I'm sitting here extending my arm trying to get to the corner. Oh, you know who's not an idiot? That mortgage guy, Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com, the host of the Home Loans Radio Show. And he is the opposite. Very, very smart when it comes to refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, the whole nine and then some. Start the process today with a man who has your best interest in mind. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. It was 33 years ago, 1990, that Tom Waits, familiar?
Yes, I've heard of him, yes.
Well, he is a rich man 33 years ago, because he won a $2.5 million lawsuit when an LA court ruled that Frito-Lay unlawfully used Tom Waits' sound-alike in its Doritos ad. And let me tell you how hard it was to find this piece of audio online. It has been scrubbed completely from YouTube. All the articles, none of those links work. Someone put it on SoundCloud.
Okay.
So here you go. Not Tom Waits, fake Tom Waits, Doritos, 33 years ago.
There's a new tortilla chip called Salsa Rio Doritos. It's Buffalo, Bafo, Bravo, Gungo, Tallow, but never mellow.
I don't think I really know who Tom Waits is.
I just know the name.
I know the name, but
I only know Tom Waits because one of my college professors, creative writing, obsessed with him.
They still do that, right? They still do the sound-alike songs. Where you could say
that, and they do. I mean, I remember hearing car commercials with Arnold and Bill Clinton and George Bush.
Yeah, there was a lot of those growing up.
But I guess they got their permission from it, or they do the liner. Either way,
it's a parody, though, right? I don't know.
$2.5 million later, and Doritos still lives to tell the tale, kind of. And despite the Writers Guild strike, MTV went ahead with the big award show that nobody watched.
Yeah, I didn't even hear any buzz about this.
Movie and TV awards. But not typical. It was kind of actually a throwback to the COVID style, because that's exactly how they did it. No host, no audience, no theater, no presenters, just an announcer naming the nominees and then the winner. And then some of the winners gave pre-taped video acceptance speeches.
What?
And then some did it. Drew Barrymore, we found out last week that she decided to not be the host in honor of the strike that's going on.
Yeah.
But I guess she had already taped a couple of the sketches, so they played those. The show was, quote, only 2 hours long.
Were the sketches funny?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not making headlines.
Yeah.
Just the COVID-style award show is what's making the headlines.
This sounds like a disaster. It doesn't sound fun at all.
If there was any highlights, I guess it was Tom Cruise accepting the award for Best Performance in a Movie while flying in a fighter jet. There you have it. Other winners included Scream 6 for Best Movie, The Last of Us for Best Show Wednesday, Jenna Ortega for Best Performance in a Show, and Pedro Pascal for The Last of Us Best Hero. So there you have it. Until next year, my friends.
Why did they even do that?
I have no clue.
Seems stupid.
The writer's strike also going to be delaying production on this show.
Stranger Things.
That's right. The strike just got serious. Production on the 5th and final season has been halted, which everyone was waiting for like 2 years for the new one to come out anyways, and now it's going to be even longer.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while.
Matt and Ross Duffer said, while we're excited to start production with our amazing cast and crew, it is not possible during the strike. We hope a fair deal is reached soon so we can get back to work. Until then, over and out. Hashtag WA Strong. Marvel has also shut down pre-production for the new Blade movie. And I guess Deadpool 3 and Thunderbolts still scheduled to start filming in the next few weeks. Pete Davidson bought pizza for the picketers in New York City.
Yeah. The thing is, people might be wondering, why, if they're already filming something, are they going to have to stop because of the writer's strike? When there's movies and big shows like Stranger Things, they have to rewrite stuff all the time. And if you can't do that, they'd rather just stop where they're at and wait until this thing gets resolved.
Or it ends up being like that other movie that you said where the lead actor tried to write the rest of it. And did not go well.
Not good at all.
Daniel Craig, I think, was on it.
So we do have some writers that will be looking for jobs soon because CBS has canceled, as well as Fox. And I'm so sorry. This hits home for us, but Hollywood Brad, Call Me Cat.
Oh, man.
Has been canceled.
How did it
9
run,
lives.
though?
Oh, I mean, did it? Because
how many seasons was it?
3.
Okay, I mean, most shows don't even get past the damn first season, much less get to that. So
3 lives per season.
Yeah. It checks out.
They say we're very proud of Call Me Cat, but unfortunately the audience response to it was not as strong as we had hoped. They're blaming us and the low ratings for the show. We're thankful for our partnership with all the people, including Mayim Balak.
Oh, no.
I'm going to screw it up. Jim
MB.
Parsons and the entire cast and crew for their dedication. The final episode had already aired, so I don't even know if there was like a goodbye for any of it.
Yeah, I'd never seen it. I didn't get to watch that at any point in time, but I don't watch a lot of the broadcast shows. There's been just so many.
I like binge it. I started watching Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which I thought was very fun.
Yeah, some of them are good. Like some of the broadcast shows are still cool, but sometimes it has a different feel once I watch a bunch of Netflix and HBO shows, and it seems like too cheesy for me.
It just depends on the show. I know that when you say that, you're thinking of Big Sky. And Big Sky was very, very weird.
That was a bad show.
Also being canceled, CBS has canceled SWAT. Did you try to do that too?
Yes, I'm still in the process. You know why they? Do you know why they tried to cancel that show?
Why?
And I saw the guy was real mad.
Oh, buddy, I got the audio clips for it.
Okay,
it
I
was
haven't
a
heard
lot.
this. I saw a story about it and what he said. The reason why they canceled it, even though it was successful, he's not wrong in saying that. The show had like good ratings, but the broadcasters now, they don't want shows that they don't totally own. And the show SWAT was a Sony production with CBS. And so they were trying to get rid of all of that. So the shows that they do are just theirs.
So, CBS has canceled it, meaning it's done after season 6 that airs in just a couple weeks. And the main star, Shamar Moore, not happy about it. He took to Instagram to rant. And if you want to pull up his Instagram, I have the edited clips.
Okay.
He went on for 6.5 minutes.
Jeez.
I went back because I thought maybe 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, 3 tops. And then I go to the bathroom, I fold laundry, and he's still talking as I'm recording all of this. So here's the first part, looking ridiculous, by the way.
First and foremost, let's start with the annual baby booty, freshly shaved, goofy ass, clean light-skinned brother.
All right. What the hell is all that?
He's doing like selfie style from his couch, wearing glasses and a hat and a sweater.
Okay.
And then he rambles on and on. He says it makes no sense. We've done nothing wrong. We did everything that's asked for. Then 2 hours later.
First and foremost, let's start with the annual baby booty.
Okay, that was my bad.
That's a whole lot of people that are abruptly being told that you don't matter. Sorry. Thank for your services. And to me, that's not okay. I will be fine. But I'm upset because I busted my whole entire ass.
That's
the whole thing.
That's not how the phrase goes. Busted my whole entire ass.
The whole thing.
To prove that I could do this. And I did prove that I could do this.
But
I also am humble enough to know that I did not do this alone.
So he added CBS had made him believe in the last week that the show would be given some kind of 7th season so they could say goodbye properly and then axed, but he's not giving up. He wants to let the fans know that they want the show to continue by saying this final sentiment 7 minutes later.
So I'm asking my homies, my fans, and my baby girls and the rest of the world who follow me or follow the show, follow the cast, my brothers and my sisters.
Okay.
Make some noise and let them know that canceling SWAT is a mistake.
All right? Make some noise. And
Shamar Moore is going to do fine. You know why?
Why?
Because Shamar Moore was on Criminal Minds, and so long as Criminal Minds is on a streaming service, it will be played nonstop at my house. So he's going to get the money he deserves.
So Ashley's one of the baby girls?
Yeah.
You're a royalty machine for this guy. Serving them up.
This rapper right here. No, Lil
something
Troy.
with a B. It's a baby.
Yep.
Baby, the baby,
No.
the baby.
Lil Baby?
No,
Lil
it's-
Baby.
if you're drinking beer, you might call it a
Boozy,
Mug.
boozy.
boozy badass.
Boozy
that's
badass.
Right? Boozy badass.
Not Lil at all. We just can't. As much as you told us there's no Lil, we just kept Lil this.
Right back to it.
He was arrested in San Diego, and he was arrested and booked on a charge of carrying a loaded firearm and being a convicted felon with a firearm.
Ooh.
So, as you guessed it, not the first time that he has been arrested for a gun charge. Back in 2010, arrested in Louisiana for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. So, I believe this is the third time he's been arrested, sentenced to 8 years, but released early on parole and then went back to being a boozy badass. Now, he's considered a controversial figure who's been outspoken for support for gun rights, aside from the fact that he can't have a gun. Being a convicted felon. In a 2017 interview, he said, I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe that we have the right to bear arms. And according to brandnewhiphop.com, his arrest will reignite the debate about gun control in the United States.
He's one of these guys that I see out there, and I see him in stories and stuff, but I never see, is he actually like playing concerts? Is he performing?
He was the one that got flack for, I think, his comments about trans or gay people a couple years ago. Like he said something out loud at a concert, and then they...
Lil Baby was one of the ones that did that, for sure.
Get
But
my
maybe,
bees mixed
maybe
up.
both of them did.
Now, tell me ChatGPT wrote this without telling me ChatGPT wrote this. It is unclear what impact this arrest will have on Boosie's career. He is a famous rapper with a large following, but his past legal troubles have made him a polarizing figure.
Yeah, this is already worming its way into the system.
Also a polarizing figure, this man right here.
Kanye.
Kanye is right. And as a result of his anti-Semitic comments, Adidas parted ways with the rapper. Despite the fact that he proudly proclaimed that Adidas can't drop him, they did. Big time. The German apparel giant did exactly that, with a move that they estimated would cost them $250 million in the final quarter of 2022. But now, over half a year since, they reportedly have $1 billion worth of Yeezy products just sitting around in a warehouse that they don't know what to do with.
So it sounds like they made like a lot of stuff in anticipation for this to sell.
Why don't they
and
just
then
give it a TJ Maxx or something?
right at that time, Kanye West goes, I'm going to go on this narrative.
I think that somehow this stuff that's sitting in this warehouse will be worth more than the Yeezys that did get sold.
Right. Why would they just leave it there? Just sell it. Who cares?
I mean, because they're hoping that they can make at least half of it. If it goes to like TJ Maxx or your Ross, Nordstrom off the rack, you're losing a lot,
Just
right?
sell it to people for the regular thing. If they can, if they're able to do it, if they're able to just put them on the website and sell them and say we're going to give a percentage of the proceeds to whatever.
To the Jews.
Yeah.
And maybe people are just saving their money for Live Nation because guess what they're bringing back? And probably for good reason since they got a lot of flack for the last year. $25 all-in tickets for over 3,000 shows.
Whoa.
And more than 300 artists across North America It's starting May 10th through the 16th. That's Janet Jackson, Fall Out Boy, Maroon 5, Shania Twain, Garbage, Ghost, Pink, Rob Zombie, LL Cool J, Wu-Tang, and so much more. I don't know if this artist is going to be a part of it, but he is celebrating 30 years of Doggy Style.
Oh, Snoop Dogg!
With a concert at the Hollywood Bowl.
I feel like I've seen Snoop Dogg for $25 before.
We did. And then I had a panic attack.
Oh,
it happens.
Too many edibles. That was my bad. Remember I threw up behind that pole?
I almost didn't remember, but now I do.
Projectile vomit as
By
well.
the way,
there was no reason to be behind the pole because you could just see it flying by Exorcist style.
I just want to clear the record here. I said Lil Baby like 5 times. It's Da Baby. My bad. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I don't know why rappers anymore.
Street cred. Gone. But yeah, 30th anniversary in 2023 of Doggy Style with a Snoop Dogg and Friends concert at the Hollywood Bowl produced by Dr. Dre.
Nice.
For the amount that we probably will never be able to afford, but good luck. The Voice is going to be on the Boob Tube. Part 2 of the playoffs. Jeopardy Masters on ABC. Fantasy Island, that's my jam. Watch What Happens Live. And, of course, Late Night due to the writer's strike, all on repeat. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. We have so much to get to as we roll on. We still got to talk about everything that went down in Texas this weekend. 2 crazy ass stories there.
That state getting nuts.
Yeah, it did not go well this weekend, and 2 different mass events that we'll talk about. But I also want to talk about something that's been happening more and more. And yet another parent at one of these baseball games, just like a little league type, high school type baseball game, gets out there and gets into a physical fight with the umpire. I don't know why this keeps happening.
I mean, fight is a loose word.
This dude went out there and just decked the umpire during this game. I'll tell you what happened. I'll outline everything, and we'll hear more about this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up later today on the Jim Colbert Show, your chance to win tickets to Aerosmith Peace Out the Farewell Tour with the Black Crowes at Amalie Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey fam, what's happening? Hopefully you're off to a great start to your week on this Monday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we are seeing a few delays. Of course, the usual I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but also there are incidents reported. One on John Young Parkway near Pleasant Hill, that's at Harris, and also on OBT, that is near Donegan Avenue. So give yourself a little extra time there, but thankfully the Turnpike is clear and no issues on the Greenway. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Have you been putting off getting that oil change? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change today. Stay in the comfort of your car for a quality Valvoline oil change in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. Save up to 50% at GetYourOilChange.com.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
Tobacco-free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone, and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
I'm giving you up, giving you up, I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke, I'll never come back to smoke, I'll never come back, I'm giving you up.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Getting a Jersey Mike's sub top Mike's way with onion, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice is the bee's knees. Actually, it's better than the bee's knees. I mean, what's the purpose of knees on bees? They don't crouch, they just buzz around. But Mike's Way has a purpose, topping your sub the authentic Jersey way. It's the cat's pajamas. Wait, cats don't wear pajamas. Mike's Way is better. Let's just leave it at that. Get your sub top Mike's Way.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Orlando is growing, and Ocean Bank is here to bring you even more possibilities with our new branch right in the heart of the city. Visit us in downtown Orlando today. Ocean Bank. Member FDIC.
In this week's Marketers Report, Patrizio Spagnoletto, Global Chief Marketing Officer Direct to Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on building trust.
Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Who's ready for a new sensation? All over the nation, everyone's seeing inflation. In fact, RC Hill Mitsubishi is just about the only place prices are going down. It's my deflation celebration event, and it means you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $5 down, and that's less than a carton of eggs. For your peace of mind, all new Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Listen closely to my declaration and join my deflation celebration, because you could ditch your current ride and drive a car you love for just $5 down. My dealer Nextdoor credit approval process is free of frustration because we work with the lenders who want to approve your application with rates as low as 1.9%. Right now you could drive a nicer, newer car for just $5 down. Come to my deflation celebration. But hurry so I can help you beat inflation today. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. See dealer for details.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next, and here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years, and right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
Every morning, start your day getting caught up with West 2 News Sunrise.
I'm Meredith McDonough.
And I'm Jason Guy. Here for you with breaking news from around Central Florida.
We want to get back to that breaking news out of Orange County.
Giving you an accurate forecast to plan your day by.
We're also starting off with some cloud cover.
And steering you clear of the backups to make your commute a breeze.
Your travel times out the door are looking pretty good this morning.
Wake up knowing you're ready for today with Jason, Mare, Kellyanne, and Megan. Wake up with West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Kelly's all new.
Hello, Clarkson.
Every weekday.
Let's do it, Kelly.
Give your day a little love. Oh my gosh. A little joy.
Happy day.
A little laugh.
Well, I'm really hard of hearing. I can't hear that well.
You're going to fit right in on this show because I'm loud. Give your day a little Kelly.
It's this. This is her name. Oh, yeah.
Weekdays at 3 on West 2, followed by West 2 News at 4.
Make quick and easy family meals with the tastiest flavors of Florida. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop and find delicious, refreshing recipes for what's in season at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Fence Outlet has the largest assortment of vinyl, wood, aluminum, chain link, and steel fences in Florida. That means we have the styles you want at the guaranteed lowest price. Right now, put no money down and get 0% financing on any fence. Go to fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
I was chasing highs.
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. An email rolling through from Ashbaum. And Ashbaum says, on budget airlines and Hot Chat, this is something we talked about on, I think, Friday on the show. We were talking about Spirit Airlines for several different reasons and situation that Courtney's parents were in. And Ashbaum says, Twitch viewer here. I frequently travel to South Carolina to see my best friend. Well, that is very nice of you.
That is really nice.
Because once people move to another state, usually even if you're best friends,
see you never.
You'll see them like once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 3 years go by, and you're like, all right, I'll fly out there and see you. I always travel by either Spirit or Frontier. I'm one of those people that only purchase the ticket. You get a free personal bag. I use a backpack and just roll my clothes military style.
I did see I kind of put it out there, like, what is the percentage of people on a plane, on a budget plane, Spirit, Frontier, Allegiant, maybe, if you throw them in there, who purchase zero upgrades? And this is the person.
Just the bare minimum ticket.
Like, yeah, when I threw that out there, I had a couple people reach out and go, I do that. I bring a backpack, I roll up my clothes, put everything in the backpack, good to go.
And these tickets are...
God, I wish.
What, like $40 or something?
Usually...
sub 100?
Yeah.
Sub $100 tickets. It says, it's not the most comfortable seats, but it's only 2 hours, so I can deal. I've never had a bad experience, per se. There were other passengers that were arguing with the people at the gate because their personal bag was definitely more like a carry-on, and they made them pay. Maybe that's one of the things that makes people all pissed off on these flights. You started with the nickel and diamond.
It's a suitcase. It's meant for an airplane.
Yeah, and they're like, no, this is my personal bag. It says on the sign I can have a personal bag.
I could not, man. Like, the last few times I've traveled, it has been way overpacking.
Yeah.
And for no reason. Even when I try to be organized, I'm like, this is what I'll wear that day and that day.
You can't go minimum?
But what if it's cold? And then what if I do want to wear jeans? Or maybe we go out for a walk and that doesn't work out. What if I go into a puddle?
Just get clothes while you're there. You go out there.
No.
You bring the clothes on your back. And then you get new clothes as you're going on your vacation. You just go like to a Ross or something.
Or go to that Amazon
Ruining a vacation.
Amazon Try Before You Buy and let them ship the clothes to your hotel.
That's a good idea.
And then send them back.
And then you don't have to pay anything?
Yeah. I didn't like
this is the free way to do this. Also, Frontier is much better. The experience is better all the way around compared to Spirit. I did the Hot Chat 3000 like you guys did on the show, and I got an 8.0. Well, and a lot higher than I did, Ashbaum. I did not get that high. Clicked to chat for a little razzle-dazzle, and it said no matches to chat with. I guess the site is full of uggos. Not y'all, though. Have a great day, Ashbaum says. Thank you for the email. You could always send them over, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And somebody had said, we were talking about earlier how expensive stuff is at the Kentucky Derby. And Rick emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, TNJ, check out some of the food prices at this weekend's F1 race in Miami. This can't be real. Let me pull this up. I'm going to have to pull the email up. Give me a moment or two here.
My friend's wife, I believe, was working at that event.
Oh, really?
At the F1 race in Miami.
It's like a car race, open wheel car thing, I think.
Yeah, Formula One, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And so, and then she posted something about it, like, all right, the weekend's done, blah, 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 blah. And she said something like they caught over 1,000 counterfeits. And I was like, counterfeit tickets to go?
Yeah.
Where there's over 1,000 people trying to use fake tickets or maybe got sold fake tickets to go to this. That's insane.
It's a big deal. He said you got to check out the prices of this Miami F1 race.
And I can only imagine that 500 of those people, 500 of those people, like, probably thought they were getting legit tickets.
Oh, sure. Yeah, people got ripped off. No doubt about it.
Okay, that font, too small. First of all.
The menu says chilled, serves 4 people. Watermelon and tomatillo salad, $250.
Get out of here.
Arugula, goat cheese, mint, blood orange dressing, $250 for a salad for 4 people. Maine lobster rolls for 4 people.
What?
Lemon aioli, Perigord truffle, brioche, and frizzled potatoes, $450.
Okay.
Yellowfin tuna poke, $350. U5 chilled prawn, $500. That's like prawns and cocktail sauce for 4 people, $500. Fruit refresher, $295, and caviar, $400 per ounce.
Insane.
That's a lot of money, man. The warmed empanadas are only $350, guys.
Oh, that's a steal then.
You get the steamed buns for $300, the F1 platter, which has A1A sliders, secret sauce, ribeye, quesadilla, chipotle sauce, crispy chicken tenders, and honey mustard. That's a sampler. That's an appetizer sampler is what it is.
They have the same thing at TGI Fridays for $15.
Yep, $15 there or $500 at the F1 race. Or nachos for 4 people for $275.
I mean, it serves 4 people, but that means that if you were to get a single, they think a single one of their sampler platters costs $125.
Yeah, for one person. That is insane. That they know that's a real rich crowd, though, and I guess that's why they try to get away.
Maybe
with
the counterfeits they caught were like F1 bucks.
Yeah, probably. They got their own money. They're printing this stuff, and that's where you go if you really want to find some rich people hanging out. All right, I talked about this before the break.
Yeah,
so
but eating their scraps.
Even the scraps might be too expensive. They said a father is now in trouble. This is from CNN. A father has been charged after punching a 63-year-old umpire during a high school basketball game, authorities say. It was at a game on April 18th. This is just coming out now. At Liberty High School in Kissimmee, Florida. The father of a player approached the umpire, a disabled veteran, that's not helping you out in this story, and knocked him out after an argument between the official and a player. That's according to the sheriff of Osceola County. The sucker punch and the umpire's fall were recorded by surveillance video released by the sheriff's office.
The video's insane.
It just shows him just decking him, just cold clocking him.
I'll try to find it so you could play it, but the umpire had no idea. I mean, he was facing out towards the field.
Oh, God.
Dad walks up, and so he hits him, like, from behind and out cold. And then the footage of the man being arrested, he's just, like, laughing with the cops.
Jesus.
I mean, the cops, I don't think were laughing much, but he was making some sort of quirky comment.
Gonzalez left the area after he punched the umpire. It was arrested Wednesday, more than 2 weeks after the game. Lopez said, Gonzalez was held on $1,500 bail, told not to go to any more games according to the arrest warrant. Earlier in the game, the umpire issued an unsportsmanlike conduct warning to the man's son. I don't know him. I don't even know his face, the umpire said of this guy. And I guess he didn't even see it. He didn't even see it. He said he was defending his kid and showed no remorse, like Sabrina said, during the arrest. This is the problem, people. It's kids who are out there playing baseball. The umpire says this is poor sportsmanship. And instead of the parent going, damn it, my kid let me down. We don't want you to behave like this. We don't want poor sportsmanship. The parent goes out and blind punches, sucker punches an umpire who's a disabled veteran and knocks him down to the field. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. That's the problem that we've seen in a couple of these stories. Lots of these stories, in fact. It seems to be an overall cultural change. This YouTube video?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Let me bring this
And then I
up.
think the Fox News one has the
Out of control
him
on a
talking
baseball
after.
field. An argument between a high school player and an umpire ends with the player's
Look at that.
father in handcuffs.
Boom.
facing
Oh, my
felony
God.
charges. Celeste Rodriguez tells us what happened.
Like, that is the worst type of behavior.
It didn't look like a very good punch. Did anybody see that?
But he wasn't even
out.
he wasn't even looking. He wasn't even looking in the same direction. And he kind of balled up his fist like he's never been in an actual fight before and punches this man who's 63 years old in the side of the face because he dared say that his son was behaving in an unsportsmanlike way.
I wonder where his son got that behavior from.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to figure out what's going on here. This is so bad. It's really, really bad to have these kind of things going on. And it's not a one-off. There's a bunch of stories like this. We'll see what you think about this. We'll go to your dispatches. In fact, let's work in a couple of those real quick before we go to break.
I just sent Ashley that menu, the F1
The F1
menu.
one, yeah.
She's fuming. I can't read the text she's sending me.
It's
Legal.
not arable on
No.
the FCC wouldn't like that
Don't
response.
stress out your baby mama.
It's so just over the top ridiculous.
But what if it tastes like so good that once you try it, you're like, okay, this was worth $500.
So when we went to when I went with Moses to the Garth Brooks show, and he had
don't say we weren't invited.
he had the box area. I'm sure you guys were invited, and they had all the food out there. They have like chicken tenders and stuff, all those kind of things. Do you think it costs that much money, or is this like in particular even higher than they gouge normally?
I think this is higher than they gouge, but typically in boxes like that, the food, like for this thing that we got sent with the Formula One prices, most of the things says it serves 4 people.
Yeah.
That's most of the way that you buy stuff when you are in those boxes.
By the platter.
There'll be a menu, and the menu's not for, one sandwich. The menu is for a sandwich platter to make you make it yourself, and a bunch of people make it. You don't order one beer. When I went to opening night at Orlando City and we had the box, I ordered a 6-pack of beer because that's what they were.
Was it that kind of expensive though? It's just ridiculous.
Not my people's.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like break the bank. It was the same
Some of
price
those,
the
like,
beer would cost elsewhere, I think.
Those hotel convention centers, like where people rent it out just for the meetings and stuff. I remember hearing, like, if you wanted a carafe of hot water for tea, it was like $120.
See, this is just, I don't mind spending money for
That's corporate
nice
money,
things.
baby.
Like, I don't mind going to a nice restaurant, putting down a decent amount of money for a meal that I think is worth it. But when you look at it and you go, like, so obviously this is not worth it, I can't bring myself to do that. Moon Lane is a potential floated name for Sea Lane's son.
It's not really.
He's considering it right now. And if he's not, maybe this will push him over the edge because Not Your Average Joe has a song for Moon Lane. Let's see how this goes. All right.
This is a song I wrote about a little bundle of joy. Gonna enter our world called Moon Lane.
The production values
With
are really different.
parents that are in a romance. They know he's gonna have one hell of a chance. He's the Moon Lane.
Kind of catchy.
Wonderful Moon Lane.
I don't know what song he's doing.
Neither.
In this world, he's gonna have a great life. The chillest dude on earth will tuck him in at night. He's the Moon Lane. Wonderful Moon Lane.
Hard to hear the lyrics.
The whole world will be his oyster.
Okay.
And with Sea Lane by his
You punching out?
Wait, the next verse is really good.
What does he rhyme with oyster?
All right.
Moisture.
Gonna have one hell of a ride.
Oh, no.
Oh, Moon Lane. Wonderful Moon Lane.
This gets stuck in my head. So help me.
You're walking around your house later today.
All right, here's some other options. First name of Sea Lane's baby.
All right.
Seep.
Seep Lane?
No? Arrow?
Arrow Lane?
Aerope. Nothing?
Aeroplane? No.
What list
What
you reading
website are
here?
you on right now?
I Googled words that end in lane.
Oh.
I don't think any of these are winners just yet. But
Multi.
the show's not over. We could hook him on a name before things wrap up here.
Carson Poole.
Now we're talking.
No, I don't think we are. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about these stories, probably in jury duty or something, that happened in Texas this weekend that were wild. And the mystery has been solved. We know where that mystery roadside pasta came from.
Finally.
The story is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. Real radio. Real radio. Real radio. 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey fam, what's happening? Hopefully you're off to a great start to your week on this Monday. And right now, on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we are seeing a few delays. Of course, the usual, I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but also there are incidents reported, one on John Young Parkway near Pleasant Hill, that's at Harris, and also on OBT, that is near Donegan Avenue. So give yourself a little extra time there, but thankfully the Turnpike is clear and no issues on the Greenway. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. At Take 5, they're faster than you think. They'll change your oil faster than you can say spring has sprung. Their fast and friendly team will do all the work while you sit back and contemplate which home improvement project you're going to tackle next. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring Sonic and Sonic branding, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show on May 20th and 21st at the Hyatt Regency Orlando to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur's Source, May 20th and 21st, the Hyatt Regency Orlando. Get tickets at FloridaFranchiseShow.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory Authorized Dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order, so every bite is hot and juicy every time. Because we love making you a burger that tastes exactly how it should.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a handcrafted treat, let our team member Sephora tell you about a Culver's favorite.
We make our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard in small batches all throughout the day. And we mean all day, every day. From our supremely rich shakes and concrete mixers to our freshly scooped dishes and cones, we handcraft every bite to pure perfection. Making you a sweet treat with care is the best part of my day.
Come to Culver's and get a taste of our fresh frozen custard.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Stop by your neighborhood Petco to save on your pet's favorite brands like Blue Buffalo, Iams, Wholehearted, and Purina Pro Plan. And when your pet needs to see a vet, Petco Vet Services can take care of vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention, and more. Don't forget, your pet always wants to look their best, so make a grooming appointment while you're there. You'll get every 8th groom free when you unlock the grooming perk in our app. Visit your nearest Petco or go to petco.com to start saving on all your pet's needs.
Every morning, start your day getting caught up with West 2 News Sunrise.
I'm Meredith McDonough.
And I'm Jason Guy. Here for you with breaking news from around Central Florida.
We want to get back to that breaking news out of Orange County.
Giving you an accurate forecast to plan your day by.
We're also starting off with some cloud cover.
And steering you clear of the backups to make your commute a breeze.
Your travel times out the door are looking pretty good this morning.
Wake up knowing you're ready for today with Jason, Mare, Kellyanne, and Megan. Wake up with West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Kelly's all new
Hello, Clarkson.
every weekday.
Let's do it, Kelly.
Give your day a little love. Oh my gosh. A little joy.
Happy day.
A little laugh.
Well, I'm really hard of hearing. I can't hear that well.
You're going to fit right in on this show because I'm loud. Give your day a little Kelly.
It's this. This is her name. Oh, yeah.
Weekdays at 3 on West 2, followed by West 2 News at 4.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan. Radio.
some questions. If you listen to the show, you've heard me probably say before, I have a Sunday activity that I just love. I'll never give it up. It's like heroin to me. I wake up and it's my Sunday is not correct. It doesn't feel right if I don't do this.
I sometimes wish I did it more often.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget.
Oh,
I have so many.
man.
There's so many apps. How can I remember? Like, oh, I should check this out.
You gotta remember to do this. You wake up on Sunday mornings and you fire up the Nextdoor app. And the Nextdoor app is the social media that's just people who live right around you. It's your neighbors on an app. And they are the most insane things on there.
Yeah.
I just looked right now, and there was a thread about somebody who said, I'm so sorry. My dogs got loose and attacked somebody else's dog. If that was you, I apologize. That was rude of me. It's like,
right?
Why don't you just tell the person?
Did you just leave the attacked dog
Yeah,
there?
why didn't you go up to them as this was happening? And then there was another one where somebody, there was like a post about Ron DeSantis, and I could see 500 comments, and I go, I know where this is going.
The app has really changed. I mean, it used to be just within your neighborhood, maybe like a greater radius.
Yeah.
But now it's like you can be part of groups, and
Yeah.
then based on your politics or people that want to meet up, and you're single and play volleyball.
Yeah, you'll see a post that just says news, and then you go, I think that's for everybody. I think they're like just churning those out for all different people. And there's one with like turned into a big transgender debate, as you can imagine. It's like
perfect for Nextdoor. That makes
what is
sense.
going on? So I see this one post, and I'm like, here's the type of stuff I like. One of them that I thought was great this weekend was a woman who posted on Nextdoor, and she said, I just got hit by a car at Publix, and my body is killing me. I'm headed to the hospital right now.
Okay.
Give me your prayers.
Wish you all well.
I think of all the scenarios where I get hit by a car in a Publix parking lot.
Give me my phone.
Yeah, I must post this on Nextdoor right now. I've got to get the word out there that I have been hit by a car in the Publix parking lot, and Nextdoor is going to be the perfect avenue for this. Also, so many security videos of people getting stuff stolen from their property, just all this stuff, right? But this weekend, I see one, and it had a lot of comments, and I said, I have some questions here. Of course, I'm not going to interact with these people in the comments section.
No.
I know
Isn't there
how
a
that
term
goes.
for that on the internet? Looky-loo.
Yeah, I'm going to be a rubbernecker.
I don't think that's a term.
I'm just going to be an internet rubbernecker.
Like a lurker?
A lurker.
Yeah.
And so I see this post with all these comments, and some woman says, I was just walking down the street, and I saw a couple walking a wolf. And she said, I went up to the couple, and I said, do you know that's a wolf? And they said, yeah, we found it in a shed behind our house.
Oh.
And she said, well, you shouldn't have a wolf as a pet. A wolf does not make a good pet. This is a wild animal. You need to let this wolf go. And they got into a fight over it.
Mm-hmm.
And the couple refused, and they said, no, you're not taking our pet away from us. We
This
found
random
this.
woman that walked up to them.
She walks up to them. She's putting her nose in their business, and then they're doubling down, and they're like, you're
Also,
not taking my wolf away.
I feel very confident when I say I think they just made up that story.
No. They did it.
They found the found the wolf in the shed.
They found a wolf in their shed, and they were walking down the street.
I think of all the things that happened, this happened least.
Look, here's how I know this happened. Because in the comments, there was all these other people. Yes, I too saw that couple walking the wolf down the street. And they were like, this is ridiculous. And these people, somebody should come take away, like send out the cops to take away the wolf from this couple. And somebody else said, well, most dogs are like a quarter wolf anyhow, so it's not really a big deal. You know how comment sections goes, like all the different twists and takes that you could possibly think of. But when I'm looking at this, I was like, can you just grab a wolf and put a collar on it and just start walking a wolf? It's a wild animal. A wolf would attack you, wouldn't it?
I mean, I imagine they found that wolf as a pup.
It had to be little, because otherwise, full-grown wolf
is
is
it a
going to
wolf
get you.
puppy, a wolf cub?
It did not mention specifically the size of said wolf.
I meant like when they found it.
It didn't say when they found it either. They just said that they found it in the back of their house in this shed area, and they're keeping it. We're keeping this wolf. We love
Keep the
this
wolf.
thing.
Why not? Very Florida.
He gets along with us. And then I said, well, there's got to be laws, right? Like, I don't think I could go find a bear out in the wilderness and bring the bear back to my house and be like, no, this is my bear now. The bear is my property. I think I'd get in trouble for that. Yeah, right? Like you can't just do
Bear,
that.
yes, but I feel like wolf has it's more lenient.
Really?
Now, where was this? Was this in Florida? you
Yeah,
said?
it was in the state of Florida. Yep.
All right.
And in this neighborhood.
If you're wondering if you can own a wolf hybrid as a pet, then the answer is no, according to
not even a hybrid?
RomanAustin.com personal injury.
Okay.
Which I would never use. Mo DeWitt at the DeWitt Law Firm.
And that's a hybrid. That means like somebody that's been bred with a wolf. It is part wolf, which I don't know if this was or if this was like full on, like go out in your backyard and eat some cats kind of wolf.
It might be. This might be a Mo question because all the answers seem to be coming from attorneys' offices.
Yeah, there's not a lot of other resources out there for this
It does
very
require,
particular problem.
Yeah, according to Florida Fish and Wildlife says wildlife as a personal pet requires a personal pet permit license that authorizes you to keep that pet at a specific location.
Okay, so this would be for somebody who was doing like rescue stuff. Like if
does
you
not cover pets in public.
You could have a raccoon at your house, but you're a part of a rehabilitation group or something, and you know what you're doing.
But here we go. No permit is needed to possess the following species as a personal pet.
Oh, all right. If there's a good one on the list, we can get one for the studio.
Non-venom. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Are we going to
maybe.
get a studio pet?
I don't know if this is a good idea.
I think it'd be a great idea.
It's like the class chinchilla.
Yes.
The class chinchilla always dies. It always dies.
Non-venomous and unprotected reptiles or amphibians. Gerbils, hedgehogs, honey possums, sugar gliders, rats, mice, moles, shrews, rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks, domestic ferrets, European ferrets, guinea pigs, hamsters, prairie dogs, chinchillas, shell parakeets, canaries, lovebirds, cockatiels, parrots, finches, minor birds, toucans.
Oh, a toucan.
Studio toucan.
Oh, man.
Ring dove, ruddy doves, diamond doves, and button quails.
Wow. I know
No
a
permit.
button quail?
A button quail.
Oh, my God.
Instead of a zipper quail. Those are not allowed.
I'll tell you what we can't get. When I used to go to this, there was a place, I think it was on Jog Road, maybe not, Southern Boulevard, I don't remember exactly where, but there in West Palm is a pet store. It's probably not there anymore. It's called the Kookaburra's Nest.
Okay.
You ever heard of a kookaburra?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Those beaks are crazy, right?
You would go inside and you'd be like, what a cool bird. And then it would start making some noise. And you'd go, oh, is that the sound that bird makes? And then you'd walk around the store and you'd keep hearing this bird make this god-awful screech.
And then throughout the night.
All night long,
5
all
o'clock
day
in the
long.
morning.
And if we had a kookaburra in the studio, that would not work out well.
There was like a restaurant or something. That's the only reason I know about the kookaburra is there was like a restaurant called the Laughing Kookaburra.
I never
Is
even
that
heard
something
of that.
that people grew up with? Am I making
Not
this
me.
up?
No, I've never heard of that. You don't know if you're making it up or not?
I know I'm not making it up, but I don't know where the hell it is.
Google it. Here's what they sound like right here. If we have one in the studio.
They're really cool birds, though.
They're so bizarre. Can you imagine if you're trying to do a That Mortgage Guy Don commercial? Things in the corner.
Thinking about refinancing, buying your first home. Let me tell you about my favorite guy, That Mortgage Guy Don.
Okay. If I had that thing, I would
barely
shoot it
deal
dead.
with Carl's shrill bark.
15 minutes in.
I do love, the birds that like talk back to you. There's this one, I'll say this confidently. There's one bird I follow on TikTok.
All right.
And,
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's like the son that lives at home with his mom. He's the one in charge of the account, but mom speaks only Spanish, and the bird speaks only Spanish.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then it rambles, but it reminds me so much of like growing up. And then it just does a Spanish like old lady laugh, walks
Yeah.
around. ¿Qué está haciendo?
It's so insane how they can do that.
It's
and they,
awesome.
Like they can even mess with the pitch and like really. I've heard people who have birds like that, and I still say bird people are a little bit weird, but I've heard people who have birds like that, and you hear the bird talk, and if it was in another room, it would be indistinguishable from a human voice.
Yeah,
it's stunning.
I spent some time with an African gray. That was kind of what that bird did.
Bongo didn't have much of a vocabulary.
Bongo knew some phrases.
Any bad words?
No, we didn't teach Bongo any bad words. First thing Bongo learned was thank you. And then we would play as Bongo a good boy, and he would say yeah, and he would nod his head.
Oh,
that's
how
kind
long
of
did
adorable.
Bongo live for?
10, 15, I don't know.
Okay,
That's
we'll
a
go
long
with 15.
time. And it's somewhere in
Round
that
up.
bracket. Seems like as long as it should live. But let us know if that's a thing or not, because coyote just walking it down the street seems like a bad idea in the making there. We talked last week about this situation where in a New Jersey town, there was mysteriously all of these big, massive piles of pasta.
Different types of pasta, yeah.
A couple different kinds. There was like macaroni, spaghetti. There was all these kinds. They were huge. They were wheelbarrow
Spagoli.
size. And there might have been some there. We did learn about that on Friday. But they said that they figured out what was going on here. They figured it out. The first thing that kind of amazed me in the stupidest way ever was they said this pasta wasn't actually cooked, even though when we looked at it, it looked like it was cooked pasta that had been discarded.
Half cooked.
It rained. So the pasta was like all dry out there, and then it rained on the mystery pasta. And then when we saw it, it kind of looked like it had cooked just from being out in the elements and whatnot. They said they figured it out. Word in the neighborhood is that the dry pasta was dumped by a man as he cleaned out the Hilliard Road home of his late parents, who apparently believed in having a fully stocked pantry. His parents, in fact...
They were like preppers?
They were preppers. And
That's
they had,
a lot of pasta for the apocalypse.
Yeah, they had like enough to get ready
There's
for end
never
times.
enough.
And they had all of this pasta, and this guy goes, what am I going to do with this stuff? And
So he lined it up?
Yeah, he put it in wheelbarrows.
Donate
and
it.
Dumped it on the side of the road, and that's how that ended up in the woods in a New Jersey
bizarre.
town. Really unexpected.
I wonder, do you think he'll get charged for like dumping?
You can't do it. You're not supposed to. It says, well, Mayor Owen laughed about the incident. He took a serious moment to ask locals not to dump their unwanted goods in the woods. Goods in the woods.
Goods in the woods.
Old Bridge is very rural, so we don't have people who are out there much doing things like this. But the ones who illegally dump so much material in isolated areas, we have to go after them. So I guess they're going to give him a pass on this, but generally, you're not supposed to do that. All right, let's go. You know what? We have to take a quick break is what we need to do, I think. Quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the situation, two of them in Texas that played out. One at a mall, the other at a bus stop. Both absolutely insane to think about, and some weird twists and turns in between. That is coming up next in Jury Duty, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
What happens when we're off the air? At Real Radio 104.1 on TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Fresh from Florida.
The Sixers are back in it after a big Game 4 win over the Celtics. No doubt they have talent, but Philly feels like a weird, dysfunctional family. A lot of characters with Doc Rivers trying to keep them all together. But unlike the Celtic stars, Harden and Embiid are clearly comfortable taking the big shot. I don't trust the Sixers or the Celtics, but I think late in games, if it's close, I trust Philly a bit more. I'm Colin Cowherd.
I'm back, and look at all the Fresh from Florida produce I brought home.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
It's refreshing to know that locally grown Fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
EasyCater presents We've Got Your Back, Up Singers.
Backup singers. So right before this important meeting, I get a text from EasyCater that the restaurant lost power. No electricity. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But EasyCater was like, don't worry. No sweat. They got another restaurant to fill the whole order. The whole order. And I was like, are you kidding me? but in a good way.
Inflection is everything.
Problem with your order? EasyCater has your back with over 100,000 restaurants.
EasyCater.
Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.
We got your back.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Claremont Brewing Company in downtown Claremont is your place for craft beer, cocktails, artisanal food, and live music. The most fun you can have drinking beer. Claremont Brewing, official sponsor of Beer of the Week on the Monsters in the Morning. Claremont Brewing Company, downtown Claremont.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Get top deals on everything you need to freshen up your yard, like the Cobalt 24-volt string trimmer and leaf blower combo kit, only at Lowe's. Was $199, now just $149. Plus, get your lawn in shape with up to $15 off select Scott's Easy Seed Lawn Repair Mixes. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Scott's offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sharing your health story matters.
I knew since I was 5 years old that I wanted to be a nurse. I equated it to helping people and making them feel better. I am gently retired, but even though I'm not at the bedside, I'm able to do just as much work in the community. I've been fortunate to participate in All of Us.
Joining the All of Us research program means contributing to research that may help people of different backgrounds.
I received DNA genetic profiling that showed that my body metabolizes medicine slower than average. Now I had proof of what I've known about myself all along that are specific to me, to my genes. I'm sharing my story because if I can make a difference, then I'm all in.
Share your health stories today and help guide the discoveries of tomorrow. Learn more at joinallofus.org/NIH. Paid for by the All of Us Research Program.
If you're a pro that paints, the Home Depot is here to save you money. Paint stores try to convince you you're getting a good deal by offering deep discounts on paint, but what they don't tell you is the starting price is too high to begin with. The real question is, how much are you paying per gallon? Nobody beats the Home Depot's price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paint stains and primers. Plus, our pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
Hear new music first on your free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, y'all, this is Måneskin.
Hey, what's up? This is Fall Out Boy.
What's up? This is Mark Hoppus from Blink-182.
It's iHeartRadio. The free iHeartRadio app is where the biggest stars in the world connect with you. Download it today.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Your ticket to the sleep you need. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale. Save up to $700 and get a free adjustable base on select mattresses. Plus, you can rest easy knowing you have the 120-night sleep trial to make sure your new bed is perfect.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at the Apopka Amphitheater.
I thought this was America story for the day. Before we get into jury duty, when I saw this, I was like, are you kidding me? Have we lost all of our rights and freedoms as God-loving Americans? Is that what things have come to? And I guess so, because this is from Garden City, Kansas. I'm sure it's beautiful there. I'm sure it's a lovely place. And it's amazing what's illegal these days. Somebody allegedly decided to use a 9mm gun to go fishing in Garden City on Tuesday.
Wow.
They
Can't
got
do
caught
that?
by game wardens. You're not allowed to fish with a 9mm gun, they say.
You have to have the boomstick or
the dynamite?
No, it's what they use for alligators.
Oh, yeah. Where it's like you put it on the top of their head and bang
like
stick.
a bang stick.
Bang
that's
stick,
what it is.
yeah. Kansas Wildlife
Boomstick.
and Parks game wardens did not say where it happened or if it was a man or woman, but they seized the gun and ticketed the person because this person that they found had a 9mm out and was just shooting the fish in the water. And they said, "What are you doing here?" And they said, "Well, I'm fishing."
Successful at all? I feel like the first round would send all the fish away.
I thought you only do that in a barrel.
Yeah, because if your bullet goes too far below the surface, you're not gonna.
That was good sealing.
You're not gonna be very, very effective in shooting those fish. But no more shooting the fish for us, I guess. This person was arrested or charged at the scene. And you can only use fishing poles and line, trot lines, set lines, a crossbow, or a bow and arrow with a line attached.
Wait a second. So I could use a crossbow, but not a bullet?
Yep. You can fish with a crossbow, but you cannot fish with a bullet. They will not let you use your 9mm.
Well, you're right. You're
go
absolutely
fishing.
right, Sean. I thought this was America.
I don't know what's going on out there. The country's
What's next?
crumbling. We can't fish with our 9mm. Why are we even doing all of this? Why even work? Why even go participate in society if we can't do the simplest of things? It was a very, very insane weekend in Texas with not one but two insane stories grabbing headlines. One happening at a mall in the Dallas area, and it was a shooting that left 8 dead and multiple people injured. They said the person who did this left an odd voicemail on his own cell phone because they called his number. I don't know if it was supposed to be a joke or whatever. It said, "Hi, this is Mauricio." The shooter's name was, well, you don't need to say more than that. Just the first name is fine. "This is Mauricio. If you're the phone company, I already sent the money. If you're my parents, please send money. If you're my financial aid institution, you didn't lend me enough money. If you're my friend, you owe me money. And if you're a lady, don't worry, I have plenty of money."
Oh.
So I don't know if that's supposed to be like a funny little voicemail.
I wonder,
thing.
is that from like a movie?
It might be. I've never heard of it before, but it seems like it's supposed to be like a bit for his voicemail.
Before he goes and murders
Murdered 8 people, shot up this mall. There's all kinds of horrific video of it. I'm not sure if you guys watched any of it, but it's tough to look at. And this dude, a cop comes up, hero cop comes up, faces this guy down. And I've seen the photo, or I've seen like the video clip of after this guy got shot by the cops. He had a tactical vest on and a whole get up and all that. And the cop shot him right through his sunglasses.
Whoa.
Like one of his sunglasses were on the ground and one of the lenses was out. And the cop had shot right through his sunglasses, right into his eyeball, and killed this guy at the Allen Premium Outlets where he was. And now they're finding out more information about him. It's really weird, though. He had some badge on him. I forgot what the patch said, but it's some like right-wing thing. And they also said that they believe he was posting on white supremacist websites and like Nazi websites. They haven't released any evidence of that yet, but the guy's a straight-up Spanish dude. Like, his last name's Garcia. Like, he's not even like a white-skinned dude. He's a brown-skinned guy.
I identified it as a Nazi.
Maybe he did. I don't understand it. But when they come out with the headline, I'm like, what? They're saying this guy was like a white supremacist? He's not even white, this guy who was behind this. And I don't know. We're going to find some other things out because I heard he was a member of the military, but they discharged him dishonorably, I believe, because they said he was struggling with some major mental issues.
And then once you get, I'm sorry, blanking on the word now.
Dishonorable discharge?
Yeah, once you get discharged dishonorably, is there no like follow-up? Like, you're having a mental breakdown. You can no longer serve in our military.
Yeah.
So, wish you the best in regular civilization.
Here's the point that I find in this. The U.S. military, if these reports are true that I'm talking about, where they said that they deemed that he should be dishonorably discharged and because he was unstable mentally, unfit mentally to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. So they say this guy's got a major problem. He's unfit to serve in the military, and we're going to dishonorably discharge him. But you're still allowed to have a weapon. And they don't, like, take it away and, like, investigate whether or not you should have a weapon. You still are.
He's your problem now.
That is like the U.S. government said that this person has a mental issue that would make it so they wouldn't want him to be in the armed forces, but they don't go any further than that. I don't quite understand that story. They said he was killed by the police. They found multiple weapons at the scene, including an AR-15 style rifle and a handgun. And just a wide variety of people targeted. Just vile. And then I thought Texas was going to be able to relax and kind of chill out on a Sunday.
Nope.
And then you see this Brownsville situation where some dude in an SUV, and he was like in a Range Rover, he just went up to these people sitting at a little city bus stop, and he plowed into these people, killing 8 of them. And it's just like very, very violent, strange behavior. They said with no bench at the unmarked city bus stop, some of the victims were sitting on the curb around 8:30 a.m. when the driver hit him. Surveillance video from a plaza nearby shows all this happening. They said the police Sunday evening didn't know whether the collision was intentional. I believe it was, because several witnesses said that he was screaming some stuff out the window about immigrants or whatever. I have no idea. This SUV, a Range Rover, just ran the light that was about 100 feet away, went through the people who were sitting there at a bus stop. Also, a Hispanic dude behind this one, too. So just a wild weekend there with these violent incidents. And they're going over these folks to try to figure out what happened, why they were doing this. And, here we go again. We just do this stuff a million different times. And we have a country right now where I feel like half of the people are saying we have a gun problem, right? And I feel like half of the people are saying we have a mental health problem. And I feel like those are the loud conversations that are happening. And I think the center in this goes, hey, seems pretty clear that we have both of those problems. Seems pretty clear that it's too easy for people who are mentally ill to get access to weapons that can cause widespread damage and mass death. And we probably want to keep the weapons out of those people's hands. That's a dual problem, and we're making zero progress on it. So everything's okay. Everything's going just fine out there. Let's go over, you know what? We got to get into jury duty. So let me hit that real quick. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MOE. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. You can also go to the website, justcallmo.com. He's the best. He's going to take care of you. He's going to fight for you, and he's going to hear you out. He's going to hear your story and to know what happened to be able to fight for you in the best way that he possibly can.
And he's got the best merch.
He does. Man's got
the merch
for
is solid.
days. He's got hot sauce. He's got sleepy pants. He's got everything.
Sleepy pants.
All of it. And you should keep following him online, justcallmo.com. There is somebody else who's chiming in about the shooting, the one that was at the mall there in Allen, Texas. And Steven Spainhauer, one of the first people to arrive on scene at the mass shooting, has called for M4s and AR-15s to be removed from the streets, despite admitting he's a gun lover. The former
and then
police...
you go through something as traumatizing as that and realize you don't need it.
Yeah, let's actually hear from him, because I think there is a video of him saying this. Texas mass shooting witness calls for automatic weapons ban. There's a lot of conversations that are like this that have been had, but this guy was directly involved in this. He's a former police and Army officer, and he says it's long past time that automatic weapons were removed from everyday public life. He's got the article has that wrong, because these aren't automatic weapons; they're semi-automatic weapons. Automatic weapons are largely very, very difficult to get. He says it wasn't mental health that killed these people; it was an automatic rifle with bullets. I'm a gun lover; I have guns, but these M4s, AR-15s, they've got to get off the streets, or this is just going to continue. This guy said. I don't know if they actually have the video of him talking here. It's just like part of a larger story. But a lot of push for that out there in the wake of this. And what else did I want to work in here? They finally, this is probably a little late, but I want to work it in anyhow. They finally have announced kind of what's going on in the Tiger Woods situation. Remember this situation where he had a longtime girlfriend.
Right.
He made her sign an NDA. We knew there was some fighting going on.
She's trying to break the NDA.
Yeah.
Because she says there's some sort of abuse.
Yes. And now I think she probably has broken the NDA by just lobbing these accusations out there. Erica Herman, who is a longtime girlfriend of professional golfer Tiger Woods, has accused the 15-time major champion of sexual harassment, according to a court filing by her attorney on Friday. Woods is accused of pursuing a sexual relationship with Herman while she worked for him and then forcing her to sign a non-disclosure agreement, some loaded words, or she'd be fired from her job, according to the document. Herman was an employee at his South Florida restaurant, The Woods Jupiter, so that's a place that he owns there. Tiger Woods, the internationally renowned athlete and one of the most powerful figures in global sports, decided to pursue a sexual relationship with his employee, then, according to him, forced her to sign an NDA about it or else she would be fired from her job. And when he became disgruntled with their sexual relationship, he tricked her into leaving her home, locked her out, took her cash, pets, and personal possessions, and tried to strong-arm her into signing a different NDA. So how
many NDAs has this guy got laying around?
What they said Tiger Woods did
I mean,
was...
look at all the stuff he's gone through already.
Tiger Woods calls his girlfriend. This is her story, all right? Tiger Woods calls his girlfriend, and he goes, baby, pack your bags. Are you ready for this? We're going on a beautiful Bahamas vacation.
Okay.
And she goes, oh,
Yeah,
my God.
Daddy.
She packs the bag. She gets ready to go. A driver shows up to bring her to the airport. The driver gets close to where the airport was and says, I'm actually bringing you somewhere else. And Tiger Woods' attorney says, he is no longer in a relationship with you. You're not going to the Bahamas. None of this is happening. And we would like you to sign yet another NDA so that you don't discuss your relationship. And by the way, he's changing the locks right now in the house so you can't get back in there.
That's screwy.
That's the way they said it ended. It said there was a scheme used against Herman last year when Woods asked her to pack for a weekend getaway to the Bahamas. She was driven to the airport, then was asked to speak to Woods' attorney. Then Mr. Woods' California lawyer, out of the blue, said, you're not going anywhere. You would never see Tiger Woods again. You've been locked out of the house, and you could never return. She would not even be able to see the children or her pets ever again. So
the children?
Yeah, his
like
kids.
Woods' kids?
Yeah, I think that's what they're referring to there. Okay, quick break. When we come back, they finally, after a year, have released Ray Liotta's cause of death. And I didn't expect this to be the way this all went down. We also have more of you chiming in, plus a TSA agent that has everybody talking. Wait till you hear about this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's back. The 2023 Orlando International Fringe Theater Festival, May 16th through the 29th in Lock Haven Park. Got a button yet? Tickets and buttons available now at orlandofringe.org.
Hey fam, what's happening? Hopefully you're off to a great start to your week on this Monday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we are seeing a few delays. Of course, the usual I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but also there are incidents reported. One on John Young Parkway near Pleasant Hill, that's at Harris, and also on OBT that is near Donegan Avenue. So give yourself a little extra time there, but thankfully the turnpike is clear and no issues on the Greenway. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Get great looks, durability, and energy efficiency in your next roof at Tri-County Metals. Need financing? No problem. Tri-County Metals offers great financing options as well. Learn more at TriCountyMetals.com. Next day delivery is available. TriCountyMetals.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
EasyCater presents We've Got Your Back, Up Singers.
Backup singers. So right before this important meeting, I get a text from EasyCater that the restaurant lost power.
No electricity.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Said sarcastically.
But EasyCater was like, don't worry.
No sweat.
They got another restaurant to fill the whole order.
The whole order.
And I was like, are you kidding me? But in a good way.
Inflection is everything.
Problem with your order? EasyCater has your back with over 100,000 restaurants.
EasyCater.
Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.
We got your back.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
I'll pay you $100 for last look. When you're doing a deal at a dealership, take a picture of your deal sheet, send it to givemethevin.com. If we can't beat your trade-in offer, I'll send you a check for $100. We do the same thing with CarMax offers. Can't beat a CarMax offer? Send you a check for $100. Worst thing that could happen is you get $100. Best thing that could happen is you get $3,000 more for your car or your trade. We are America's best car buyer for a reason. We'll see you online at givemethevin.com.
Sell us your car. Givemethevin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. Sunny, warm, and expected afternoon showers. I am feeling so fine. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop and support our state. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
Hey, Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. One is utility rates are rising. Two, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
So what could you do with 8 hours? With that much time, probably a lot, right? Or nothing at all sounds pretty good too. With an 8-hour battery life, a vape device from Blue gives you the freedom to unplug. So relax, disconnect, or just let yourself focus on getting your own stuff done with a full 8 hours of unlit you time. Blue, get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fonum Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fonum US LLC.
Do you know the sound Dunkin' Iced makes? Of course you do. It's that sound of the ice randomly yet rhythmically shaking around the cup, creating the soundtrack to a perfect summer. And summer sure does sound good. Try Dunkin' Refreshers, iced coffee, cold brew, and lattes. America runs on Dunkin'.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
EasyCater presents We've Got Your Back, Up Singers.
Backup singers. So right before this important meeting, I get a text from EasyCater that the restaurant lost power.
No electricity.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? But EasyCater was like, don't worry.
No sweat.
They got another restaurant to fill the whole order. And I was like, are you kidding me? But in a good way.
Inflection is everything.
Problem with your order? EasyCater has your back with over 100,000 restaurants.
EasyCater.
Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.
We got your back.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Something here. And in the New York Times, there was an article about the guy who this weekend shot up this mall in the Dallas area, right? Obviously, it's terrible, god-awful. You don't want to hear these kind of things. A bunch of innocent people died. Then they found out, like, this guy was, strangely enough, like a Hispanic dude, but was a white supremacist, Nazi guy. Makes not a lot of sense. He got
mentally
booted.
Unwell.
Yeah, he clearly was mentally unwell because he got booted out of the military for that exact reason. And there's a lot of other things that came out about him, but I hadn't seen this, and this is kind of wild. Let's go for a ride here. This is from the New York Times profile. It says, investigators trying to learn why a gunman fatally shot at least 8 people at a Texas mall are examining a social media profile rife with hate-filled rants against women and black people that they believe belong to the gunman. The profile, found on social media site OK.ru, matches the gunman's birthday and refers to a motel where he was staying before the shooting. The profile also includes language praising Hitler with references to neo-Nazi websites like the Daily Stormer. This guy was like down the weirdest rabbit hole of hate, considering he wasn't like a white dude himself. On Sunday, officials identified the gunman who was killed at the mall by a police officer as Mauricio Garcia, 33. The motive for the attack remains unclear.
I'd never heard of this OK.ru. Is that something you're familiar with?
No, it's clearly, obviously, it's a Russian site. We know that just from, the domain, but I wasn't familiar with it either.
Didn't think of that.
They show his YouTube account here, which is Dusty Shackelford, which is like Rusty Shackelford, which comes from a King of the Hill reference. They said the most recent post on his OK profile is basically his manifesto suicide note. He closes it with a quote from South Park. And they say, here's one of his posts from April 21st. And this was the vest that he was actually wearing when he shot up the mall this weekend. And it says RWDS, which I believe stands for Right Wing Death Squads. And they use the Punisher
is that a club?
symbol a lot. It's not a club. It's just a thing that, like a lot of the Proud Boy types.
It's clearly a death squad.
Yeah, right. They have a lot of the Punisher stuff on there, and so he posted that. And then he posted this, which is some letter that he hand wrote, and it says, "See if you losers can solve this." And I'd give you a hint, but even the smallest hint would give me away. Well, I'm off to watch my favorite show on Sci-Fi. And so it's like trying to leave behind like cryptic notes and all kinds of nonsense.
And how many days or weeks prior? Did any of
the
this stuff come up as a red flag?
This was like all along the way. So even up until just days before, he was still posting. And he had some tattoos that might make some people think perhaps he was a Nazi. See, that he could show folks the tattoos that he posted on his page.
Yeah.
It's
Can we
swastika.
The tattoo artist, totally cool.
Yeah, swastika on his chest, and then SS on his arm.
Jesus, man.
And then Texas on his arm as well. And then they show like some screenshots and different things he posted of Tim Cass podcast and yada, yada, yada. This is the one I thought was the most interesting. He said, Christ, I just noticed this. And it shows him, he was using like a stopwatch to time some stuff out. Okay, right. Then he was using, and this is really creepy to me, he searched the mall that he eventually shot up and used Google to find out what the busiest time was for the mall.
Oh, man.
And I've never thought about anybody using that feature that way, because the rest of us normal human beings who aren't mentally ill enough to orchestrate a mass shooting like this would go, I want to find a time where there's a smaller crowd so that I can go to this place and not have to battle with a bunch of people there. He wanted to battle with as many people as possible, and so he utilized this to find the most popular day, and was searching on Saturday when he posted this, but obviously went further and decided to do it on Monday, and then even posted that he had visited the place multiple times, obviously casing the place on January 7th, 2023, and May 14th, 2022. He had visited this place. Very disturbing stuff, and it's just so insane to me that somebody would bring themselves to harm people like this. And we've got a lot of things to work out as a country, and because we're so divided, nobody is making any progress on anything. I'm the PC says, what do we call a Hispanic Nazi? Real question, though. I don't know. I mean, this is very strange. It's really, really weird to see something like this. It's almost like I saw a lot of people this morning comparing it to the Dave Chappelle bit where he was the blind black guy who was an avowed racist. And
KKK member.
Yeah, right. And so you see some of these comparisons, but it's just like, man, it's a lot to take in. So that's what happened this weekend in Texas. Before we go over to you, the person who is getting the most heat today and is probably the most hated man on the internet, he deserves every bit of it. And this is this TSA dude who got busted on some video footage and he got fired for this. And I don't know what is going on in his world, but he was walking the dog, the TSA dog at the airport. And look how he handles himself here. Right? You see them walking the dog. He turns. He drags the dog really hard when he turns around. He's doing these little loops, right? And then he turns around here. You'll see he just dragging the dog, and the dog's not doing anything. And then lets somebody pass, goes up, spins around again. No idea why he's even pacing here. Drags the dog.
God, that's messed up.
He's been fired for this, but dude, what
he should be?
What is going on in your world that you're going to treat an animal like this?
Even if this were some way of training the animal, this is not really something you'd want to.
Look at that! He's choking him out.
Yeah, and in front of everybody too. Look at the airport.
No one's saying anything, by the way.
The middle of the airport. He's doing this. He's dragging this dog around. What the hell is going on in your mind that makes you do this? Jerking him back and forth. And so
poor puppy.
Thank God somebody filmed this and got the dog away from this guy because this TSA agent should not be in that position and thankfully isn't any longer. I told you about Ray Liotta and the cause of death being revealed more than a year after his death.
What is it with those things have been taking kind of long?
I don't know.
Or we heard about Coolio?
Yeah.
Months and months later.
It took a long time. This is almost a year later. He died.
I feel like the older they are, they're like, that must have been a heart attack.
Well, they said he died May 26th, my birthday, in 2022 in the Dominican Republic. He was filming a movie. He was only 67 years old, so it's pretty young overall for something like this. But now they said he died from respiratory insufficiency, pulmonary edema, a.k.a. fluid in his lungs, and acute heart failure. They said Ray Liotta suffered from atherosclerosis, a thickening of the arteries caused by a buildup of plaque in the inner lining, something that often leads to diabetes and other health issues. So not good. And unfortunately, that is what led to his sudden death and unexpected death. We hear about this 1 year later, as Sealand's saying. I don't know why this takes a lot of time, but
it's a crappy way to die, man.
Yeah, that is not good. It makes me think about my health. I got all those triglyceride issues. I don't want to be
You probably got that atherosclerosis too.
No.
Oh, come on.
No, please.
I feel like honestly we would hear it.
Yeah.
If he goes to cough and it's like, God, that has a lot of phlegm behind it.
Was Ray Liotta a heavy guy? Was he a fat dude?
No. Remember his big thing was smoking, and then getting off smoking was the spokesperson for God. What was the medication? He was like all over the commercials, I thought, and then they did a big spoof of him.
Oh, like some kind of medicine you take to
quit smoking,
for cessation of smoking desires. Yeah. I mean, he always seemed like a good dude, and he really didn't seem like he was in the terrible shape that I guess he
was.
Shantix is the company they represent.
Shantix.
That is unfortunate to hear. Let's go over to you. Let's see what you got going on. Here is our friend Swilly with the dispatch.
I know what to call Hispanic Nazis. El que.
Okay, back to the drawing board.
I'll go to my room now.
It's not bad, actually.
When you first asked the question, I almost just blurted out "El Nazi."
This is a person who's just mentally lost out there, and it's scary that there are people like this. It's scary that there are all these people that need help, and we don't have enough facilities to treat them. In this country, we did something that a lot of other countries didn't do. we had this weird uprising, and a lot of it was political way back in the day, where people decided, and they were right to have this conversation, that all of the facilities where we would keep mentally ill people to keep them away from others, all these facilities would be just shut down in a flash. And they took the asylums, and across the United States, one by one, they shuttered all of these places. And they made it more and more difficult to bring somebody in on a mental health care situation, like a 5150 or whatever they call it. You basically have to commit a crime before they can 5150 you, or be an obvious, immediate threat to yourself or somebody else. And so there's a lot of mentally ill people going out there and getting guns and then doing all this stuff. And it's a lot, man. Here's Grounds Guys with a dispatch.
Hey, Sean, I know you guys were talking about the guy that shot up the mall and how he was discharged dishonorably, and what you said didn't make sense, because if he was discharged for mental issues, he probably 99% of the time would get a medical discharge.
That might be right.
Which is an honorable discharge, just for medical reasons. And as far as them following up on him when he gets out, really? The VA can't keep up with everybody else, and you think they're going to chase this guy down? That's funny. And then, of course, they have the concealed carry so that anybody can grab a gun and walk around with it, just like Florida's about to do. So let's see what happens. More good guys with guns, they say. Ah!
All right, here's Loki chiming in on bow fishing.
Happy Monday, junkies.
Hey.
Well, kind of happy. Stuck on the side of 100 in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
people passing
fishing
by.
with a bow.
Watch out with the car.
You take your counterweight
Good
off,
God.
screw on a thumb rod or, the thumb caster.
Sure.
There's special arrows for it.
I believe you, but I can't
thumb
take
gaster.
the cars going by. I'm going to do one more.
Yeah,
The
this
guy
is screen
stuck
middle
on the
of
side
nowhere.
of the road.
Yeah, roll up your window then. I don't think we would be able to hear it if he had his windows up. It's just loud. And I wanted to hear about bow fishing, Loki. Maybe send us another one. Last one, as I said. Here is Keyed Up with the
Tomorrow he
dispatch.
goes, hey, still here, by the way.
Stuck on
the
the
end of my
side.
dispatch. I was asking for help.
Keyed Up.
What's up, news junkies?
Hey.
Yeah, the Laughing Kookaburra Lounge. It was in Lake Buena Vista at the what used to be called the Buena Vista Palace. I think it's like the Wyndham
This is the
now.
thing you were talking about today?
Yeah, it's right next to where Disney Springs is. Got some of this useless knowledge for working on property. Have a great day, guys.
Thank
Wiggle,
you.
wiggle, pop, pop.
I don't know if I actually ever went there. I just remember hearing it or seeing it or something.
I haven't
That's
even
how I
heard
know
of that place.
Kookaburra.
I just know they're annoying, and they sure as hell are. They're loud.
Isn't Kookaburra also that song that was kind of sampled and they didn't realize it for years?
I know what you're talking
Land
about.
Down Under.
Yeah.
By Men at Work,
The
and
little- the ditty, yeah.
Yeah, that was a song about a kookaburra, and then they lost that lawsuit, and they said that the flute player was just not good after that. Like he died soon after, but it
Jesus.
just
he took that hard.
Yeah, he was depressed.
Man, real quick before we take a break here, C-Lane, you have a baby on the horizon here, so I feel the need to keep you abreast of information like this.
I can tell.
And
started with that dispatcher 911 telling the lady how to have the baby.
That lady was on her game, man.
Oh my gosh. And we didn't even get to play the rest of it, but I was straight up tearing up this morning because they're all, you can hear dad finally relieved, mom's crying, baby's crying. The dispatcher's like, congratulations.
It's crazy when
Just
you hear the
walk
baby
you through.
crying. Yeah. When you hear the baby crying in the background, that it makes it real, I think.
Yeah.
It's like now you know what's actually happening.
It's a lot happier ending than the most recent Yellow Jackets episode.
Oh no, I haven't seen this yet. Don't spoil it for me.
I'm just saying,
way
everyone should
behind.
really know how to deliver a baby in case of emergency.
I have no idea what to do.
What?
Like you kind of spoiled it.
I don't know what happens. I just know there's a baby.
I mean,
delivered,
it was insinuated that she's having the baby. I'm just saying, you have a bunch of people who don't know the first step of it.
What's the first step? Lay down on the ground?
Lay down on the ground.
Yeah, I know
breathing is
that.
very important.
Control your breathing.
And then as far once the baby is crowning, you have to help kind of maneuver.
You got to get them shoulders out.
And shoulders are out because you have to do kind of a twist move without also breaking the neck of a baby.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Then the umbilical cord.
Yeah.
Sealine, are you ready? Because you're doing the at-home birth, right?
No.
Live on the Facebook stream?
No, we're going to get one of those suites.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
nice. Like the big comfy area.
I assume. I
I'll
don't
send
know.
you an edible arrangement.
He's like, we haven't really figured this out yet, but I just know when it goes down, it's going down like this. I want you to be aware, you're buying baby stuff. This is one you might not want to buy, this product. After purchasing a baby monitor camera to keep an eye on her son, Corinne Dell says her camera was hacked when her password was exposed through a data leak.
It was password.
She got no notification from the company that this had happened. In her video that has drawn over 3.8 million views, Crunchy Mom content creator Corinne says she was putting her son back to bed when she noticed the product, which is called Owlet, the Owlet monitoring camera, in his room was unplugged. She asked her husband to plug it back in, and her son said, no, don't plug it back in. I asked my husband, and I was like, hey, can you please plug his camera back in? And my son starts crying, and he's like, I don't want my camera plugged in. I don't want my camera plugged in. Somebody talks to me at night, and it scares me.
God.
Somebody wakes me up and talks to me, and I'm scared. I don't want my camera plugged in. So somebody had hacked
Yeah, that's a
into
hell
that,
no for me.
and then was talking to the baby, and this
That
little
is
kid.
creepy.
And
So weird.
just saying God knows what and scaring this little kid. So Owlet is off the list.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go that route.
I don't know. It says save up to $75 on the Mother's Day sale. I might be able to talk him down a little bit with all this hackery stuff.
Just change the password. You'll be fine.
I could be a friendly hacker.
I don't know if
Bedtime stories.
I don't know if they've patched that whole thing, but that sounds like something you don't want happening if you got a child in your house. All right, quick break. When we come back, the people who love to announce they're leaving need to be addressed.
It's not the airport.
One of them right now is Scott Baio. We'll talk about what happened and hear from him and hear from you with your dispatches. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Bot free since 2008. At Real Radio 1041 on Twitter. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey fam, what's happening? Hopefully you're off to a great start to your week on this Monday, and right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we are seeing a few delays. Of course, the usual I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but also there are incidents reported, one on John Young Parkway near Pleasant Hill, that's at Harris, and also on OBT, that is near Donegan Avenue, so give yourself a little extra time there, but thankfully the turnpike is clear and no issues on the Greenway. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm, your ticket to the sleep you need. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale. Save up to $700 and get a free adjustable base on select mattresses. Plus, you can rest easy knowing you have the 120-night sleep trial to make sure your new bed is perfect.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Monday Mind Boggler. A big congrats to last week's winner, Rachel. And the first person answered this riddle correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your riddle. What has a neck but no head? What has a neck but no head? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm, and the first person to send the correct answer wins a $25 gift card. If you don't win today's riddle, don't you worry. You got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted best downtown Orlando restaurant 2 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. If you love great food and incredible atmospheres, then you're going to love Maxine's on Shine. For more information on location and reservations, go to maxinesonshine.com.
The Orlando Fringe Festival is back May 16th through the 29th. This isn't just a theater festival. It's 2 weeks of live entertainment, including unique theater experiences, free entertainment on the outdoor stage, visual art displays, plus kid-friendly shows. Join Real Radio in a celebration of independent artists at this year's Orlando Fringe Festival. 100% of the ticket sales go directly to the artists. Orlando Fringe Festival May 16th through the 29th. Go to orlandofringe.org for tickets and info.
A small roof leak can lead to a big problem if not repaired. Call the professionals at Skylight Roofing for all your roofing needs. 407-430-ROOF. Get your free roof inspection, skylightroofing.com. Roof with us.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
RC Hill here. All over the nation, everyone's seeing inflation. In fact, RC Hill Mitsubishi is just about the only place prices are going down. It's my deflation celebration event, and it means you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $5 down, because we work with the lenders who want to approve your application. Drive a car you love for just $5 down. But hurry so I can help you beat inflation today. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See dealer for details.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop.
Have you noticed that solar panels are popping up everywhere? You never know who's going to have solar next. And here's a thought, it could be you. Utility rates keep going up, and now is a great time to save big with Solar Source. Solar Source has been getting the job done in Central Florida for almost 40 years. And right now, Monster fans get special access to their new AI-powered tool that can get you an estimate in 1 minute or less. Visit solarsource.com/monsters for an instant quote.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Shoppers, this is your local sweet corn farmer letting you know that Florida sweet corn is in season. Grown right here by farmers just like me. These golden cobs of sunshine are already in the produce section, waiting to go home to your family's dinner table. For all your local grown in-season foods and ingredients, ask for Fresh from Florida or look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com. And happy eating.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Hey, Magic fans, when you're heading out to the Amway Center or anytime you're away from your business, commercial, or residential property, or you have a special event and you want to be sure that you're well protected, contact American Protection Services and Investigations, proud partner of the Orlando Magic. For a full list of our security services, dial 833-4APSI. Over 30 years in the business, your safety is our top priority because your business is our business.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit and ask Him to minister to you.
Listen to Meditative Prayers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial Pound Law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
This guy ruined my day yesterday. I can't believe I'm saying this, but he did. And we don't need to do this. Everybody just wants to do this now. It's happening in Florida, too. In California, Happy Day star Scott Baio has announced he's leaving the state of California. I'm leaving.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, he's not even leaving, like, acting or some sort of profession? He's just leaving the state of California?
He's leaving the state of California. And so he wanted to make an announcement on his way out. He said, here's his tweet that led to all this and ruined my day yesterday. He said, after 45 years, Scott Baio says, I'm making my way to finally exit stage right from California. The most recent survey conducted by the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority found approximately 69,000 people experiencing homelessness in L.A. County and 41,000 in the city in 2022. So he's basically saying, hey, guys, I'm leaving California, and it's because there's hobos everywhere, as far as the eye can see, which he's not lying about. That's a problem everybody from Los Angeles just likes to kind of ignore because they go back to their fancy houses in the hills, and you don't see the hobos anymore. And it's like they don't even exist. You don't have to deal with them. And then you pretend like you're being empathetic by passing policies to make this number grow and grow. But the problem is, you don't have to announce when you're leaving all these places, especially if it's for political reasons. I can't tell you how many people I've seen on my Facebook feed or on Instagram or where else, and they'll be like, that's it, Ron DeSantis, I'm leaving the state of Florida, I'm moving. And this is the other version of that. This is somebody who is a Republican in a very blue state saying, I'm leaving the state. Just leave, man. Just leave. Go wherever you need to go.
So let me guess where he's going.
It actually doesn't say where he's going. He didn't say. But
he's got to sell his mansion first, I think.
He said, I've got to sell my two homes, my two houses. And then when somebody was razzing him online about, like, you're a has-been or whatever, he said, my 6,000 square foot home would disagree. I was like, okay, buddy. None of this is coming off all that great. But he's moving. He's moving out of L.A. County, moving out of California.
Okay, bye.
And people said they weren't going to miss him. Everybody likes to do this. If it's like some political thing, you always have, like, here's my big stance. This is the same thing as all the celebrities when the election is over and the person that they like didn't win. They go, I'm leaving the United States.
And yet Raven-Symoné still lives
here we are. We still get to have Raven-Symoné living in this country and all the other celebrities who did that same thing at that same exact time. And he ruined my day yesterday.
Why? Did you see it? Were you reading the blah, 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 blah blog?
I was not. I don't follow him there anymore. Since the days of Arrested Development, I've moved on. But I did see this story, and I go, oh, another one of these people that announces that they're leaving from something just to get more attention. And I said, oh, yeah, that's right. He was on Charles in Charge. And then the rest of my day was, Charles in Charge. And I go, oh, my God, buried. I had just gotten the Mo DeWitt Baby Shark song out of my head. I had just extrapolated that from my cortex.
I had God Bless the USA.
After playing
all a day yesterday.
Oh, not even just from today. I thought you played it earlier and you had it stuck in. It's one of those ones. Oh, Charles in Charge will get you. Darkwing Duck. I've had that stuck in my. Oh my! I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to hear any of that anymore. Okay, before we hear from your dispatches,
I guess we're gonna go hear Charles in Charge before the day is over.
I wanted to bring this up because I thought this was interesting. They said to improve kids' mental health, some schools are making a change and they're starting later. They said in the hours before he's due at Upper Darby High School, senior Khalid Dulat has time to say his prayers, help his mother, or prepare for track practice. It's a welcome shift from last year for him and thousands of students at the school, which pushed the start time back by more than 2 hours, from a 7:30 a.m. start time to 9:45 a.m. to ease strain on the students. Now, the easing strain on the students part is not my main concern. I think it's insane that we want to start even kids' days that early. 7:30 a.m., you got to be at school. Guess what time you got to get up and get dressed? Guess what time you got to be at the bus stop? It's all ridiculous.
Okay, but what time are you out?
What time are you out of school if you go to 7:30? Maybe even before 2 or something.
2:30?
Yeah, sometime earlier on. 9:45, they're going to hold you later on in the afternoon. But as long as they keep you for the same amount of hours, I'm okay with that. I don't think we should have everybody starting everything so early in the morning. It's ridiculous, and people are less effective at that time anyhow. But whenever they talk about, like, to improve kids' mental health, we got to reframe how we're doing some of this stuff. You need kids to have some sort of troubles and trials and tribulations in their life. You can't make things absolutely perfect for them, because I think that friction in your life actually makes you a better person. So I wouldn't do it just for that reason.
So wouldn't you consider a 7 a.m. call time for school a bit of friction?
No, I don't think it's, I think it's wrong for a different reason. I think it's like, why do we need to wake up this early and make it so you don't get a good night's sleep? If you want to consider that friction, fine. But I'm considering more like coddling children and coddling school-age children in particular to be one of the problems that we have. And this is just better for another reason. It's better because the kid can get a full night's sleep. The kid can wake up. Like they said, if you have children who are, in a multi-kid household, they can help you with other things. They can be more of a part of the family. I remember most mornings, it was such a weird experience because you basically just woke up with your eyes closed. You're wandering through the house. You're brushing your teeth and getting everything together. You're out the door and in the dark at the bus stop. And then you're riding to school and you start to like wake up actually.
Yeah.
That's the point where you're like, oh, okay, I'm bouncing around on the school
My
bus.
senior year where I had to drive 3 people.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, okay. Lives are at hand here.
Yeah. So still early? What time did your school start then?
8.
8 o'clock?
7:30 maybe?
9:30 sounds good. 9:45? What? Those
That
times
seems
sound good.
late, man.
That is pretty late.
I've thought it was always like 8 and be there by like 7:30 because they offered breakfast too if you wanted to buy it.
I think the latest school start that I had was 9 maybe? 9 o'clock? But
yeah, like middle school.
Don't they stagger them because the same school buses go to the middle, high school and elementary? So they would still have to figure that problem out. Somebody's going to have to go to school early. There's no way around it unless you hire 3 times the school bus drivers, and you're not going to be doing that.
I took one kid to school, and his dad wouldn't let me park in the driveway or even pull into the driveway. Did not want me on the driveway at all because my car dripped oil.
Oh, yeah. I had that a lot of times growing up. A lot of times. And then it would always be the parent that was obsessed over that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They come out screaming
The
at you.
parent also, like, they lived in a golf community that you needed to call at the gate.
Yeah.
And they let you in. We had a lot of those in my area. And their house backed up to the main road that I would come in at. And so he'd also, like, my friend would get in the car and goes, my dad says you're speeding again.
His dad's like trying to police you.
Yeah, say it to your face.
What a rat, man.
He would have.
All right, let's go to a couple of dispatchers real quick. Here is Chuckles chiming in.
Another seed lane, kid's name idea.
What?
Ding.
Shane?
Ding Lang.
Oh, stupid.
Or 10
That's
items.
my favorite one.
Ding Lane.
I don't think it's going to fly,
Ding-a-lang.
sir. I don't think it's going to work out. I'm going to save some of these other ones because we're tight on time, but we will do some final dispatches for realsies. We will do the stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a lovely Monday. That is all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up later today on the Jim Colbert Show, your chance to win tickets to Aerosmith Peace Out the Farewell Tour with the Black Crowes at Amalie Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today will be soaring to the upper 80s with a lot of sunshine. Do not forget your sunscreen today and do make sure you're staying hydrated. We remain dry today and tomorrow, but rain chances will be moving back into the forecast by the middle of the week. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Daytona Beach.
Ocean breeze, tropical beach. An air freshener can make your car smell like paradise. A drive to Daytona Beach will actually get you there. Beach on. Plan your trip today at DaytonaBeach.com.
Spring has sprung and it's full tilt boogie time. At GiveMeTheVin.com, I'm overpaying for cars because I think they're going to go up even higher from where they are right now. We'll pay off your payoff. We'll pick your stuff up. We'll quote you quick and easy at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer. Go there right now, and if I don't beat a CarMax offer, I'll send you a check for $100.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to GetRefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to GetRefunds.com, GetRefunds.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Orlando City kicks off their U.S. Open Cup Championship defense this Tuesday at Charlotte FC. Watch the match on the CBS Sports Golazo Network, kicking off at 7 p.m. Then the Lions stay on the road for their next MLS regular season match, traveling to Ohio, taking on the Columbus Crew on Saturday, May 13th at 7:30 p.m. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game and watch on any device on the Apple TV app.
You know that expression, the grass is always greener on the other side? Well, with Massey Services, it's literally true. Why? Because Massey does what the others don't. Every lawn is unique. So Massey starts with a detailed analysis and then builds a customized plan to prevent and control weeds, diseases, and harmful pests. Then they aerate to ensure water and nutrients reach the roots of your lawn. That's the Massey difference. Expect more and get it.
Stop by your neighborhood Petco to save on your pet's favorite brands like Blue Buffalo, Iams, Wholehearted, and Purina Pro Plan. And when your pet needs to see a vet, Petco Vet Services can take care of vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention, and more. Don't forget, your pet always wants to look their best, so make a grooming appointment while you're there. You'll get every 8th groom free when you unlock the grooming perk in our app. Visit your nearest Petco or go to petco.com to start saving on all your pet's needs.
Every morning, start your day getting caught up with West 2 News Sunrise.
I'm Meredith McDonough.
And I'm Jason Guy. Here for you with breaking news from around Central Florida.
We want to get back to that breaking news out of Orange County.
Giving you an accurate forecast to plan your day by.
We're also starting off with some cloud cover.
And steering you clear of the backups to make your commute a breeze.
Your travel times out the door are looking pretty good this morning.
Wake up knowing you're ready for today. With Jason, Mare, Kellyanne, and Megan. Wake up with West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Kelly's all new.
Hello, Clarkson.
Every weekday.
Let's do it, Kelly.
Give your day a little love. Oh my gosh. A little joy.
Happy day.
A little laugh.
Well, I'm really hard of hearing. I can't hear that well.
You're going to fit right in on this show because I'm loud. Give your day a little Kelly.
It's this. This is her name. Oh, yeah.
Weekdays at 3 on West 2, followed by West 2 News at 4.
And now, a couple of corny facts. Number 1, there are about 800 kernels in each ear of corn. Number 2, an ear of corn always has an even number of rows. And number 3, Florida sweet corn season ends in June. June? What? Why didn't anybody tell me that it was going to...
Oh, well, I guess that's a wrap. It's sweet corn season in Florida. Stop on your way home and get some before it's gone. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Wawa's new Rechargers are handcrafted energy drinks to help you power through your day. Made the way you want, iced or frozen, with natural sources of caffeine. Get energy for every day. Gotta have a Wawa.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday.
Sabrina, I have to ask. You were on quite the journey, and you just got food delivered.
Yeah.
Was it, in fact, a BLT?
Failed journey.
Oh.
Failed journey, but still looking for the best BLT in Orlando. I would like to have
There
it.
is none. There's no best BLT.
There's got to be.
They're all garbage.
We were sitting here, and she had mentioned, like, she was looking for it, and I kind of forgot, and then she's like, oh, damn it. And then she would start, like, reading off prices. Like $15
for a BLT.
Yeah, and there was one that I was like going to be locked in, and then my total was $45.
See, even a dollar is too much for a BLT. BLT is the
no. I'm going to
worst
find
sandwich.
one. I'm going to bring it in for the three of us, so we can all enjoy BLT. And I feel positive towards changing your mind, Sean. I think that you had a traumatizing BLT experience.
It's not enough for me. It's all lettuce. It's all lettuce and tomato. I don't want that. I want
Email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm. Tell me where to go. Pick up tomorrow morning before the show.
I want a big, meaty bite in my sandwich. That's what I'm looking for.
All right,
I didn't
extra
get
bacon.
in
That is an option.
No, the bacon is not enough. It's not enough to build up to that level of resistance I want when I bite
Already
down.
getting text messages.
I don't want to bite into a bunch of leaves. That's not a sandwich. What the hell is that? They need to bring back public flogging, and I'll tell you why. This is something that needs to be
There's a bit of a theme going on with you, Sean.
Immediately right now, because there were a couple of women that they arrested at Sunfest over the weekend. What do you think
Next
they were
year
doing?
for sure, you guys.
What do you think they were doing?
They were making out with each other.
No. They got arrested at Sunfest. The two of them together were in on this. What do you think they were doing?
Stealing phones.
Yes, it's exactly right. Yeah, they were part of one of these organized rings where they steal cell phones at all of these big concerts. And these people are the worst. And the women that were doing this were just like everything you could think of, that's how they acted. All the worst possible things. Two women faced multiple charges after they were caught at Sunfest on Saturday night, according to WPTV. They stole 5 cell phones. They said there were thousands of people watching.
It's a small haul considering the other ones we've heard in the past.
Oh, yeah, and they probably had more. Like, there was probably more people around that. It was during Jack Johnson's performance.
Banana pancakes?
It doesn't seem like a very cell phone steely vibe there. At about 10 p.m., investigators say a 29-year-old woman
Mostly
from
because your
Boynton
phone is catching all the awesome Jack Johnson-ness.
They said a 29-year-old woman from Boynton Beach was watching the show when the women pushed up against her. She told the victim told her to get the F off me.
Okay, victim, come on.
A few minutes elapsed before the woman realized the pair stole her cell phone and wallet in the brush-up. She told the cops chased down these women, and they said the arresting officer found 5 cell phones stuffed into the crotch of the shorts of one of the suspects.
They didn't notice?
They got the phones back to the victims.
Big shorts.
A little extra crotch on them now. And they said when they found the women who did this, they immediately started speaking Spanish, were elusive, uncooperative, and refused to give their names or any information. They've both been arrested as a result of this.
PTV says the suspects were tentatively identified.
Yeah.
Tentatively? I didn't know that was...
Maybe
they
because
weren't giving their names.
They're not telling them what their names are, even in custody right now. And they're pretending like, we don't even speak English or whatever. This is the worst kind of people out there involved in this, like, cell phone thievery stuff.
Did they do this story on the air on WPTV? Because I really want to see the part where the news anchor has to say, a 5th victim, a 19-year-old female from Coconut Creek, had her wallet stolen from her bag at the Boogie with the Hoodie concert.
You want like some
That's
real
a rapper.
Stiff Lily reporter trying to decide. They have no idea who the hell this is. All right, let's get to the final dispatches. We got time to work a couple in, maybe 2 or 3 here. And let's see what you got for us today. Here is BT chiming in about BLTs.
Sean, I got to agree with you, man. BLT's garbage. Garbage.
Obvious.
I haven't had one that I thought was any good. Just saying.
What was the subject line of that dispatch?
BLT equals garbage. He's just putting it right out there. He's a smart man. He knows what he's talking about. And you're accurate, BT. This is an obvious take. It's not even a hard one. Here's Big Bird with a dispatch. This says Five Guys.
Five Guys BLTs are the best. You would not believe how much bacon they put on them. It's so crispy. Love it, love it, love it.
Just $75 a piece. That's all it costs. And take out a small loan to get that sucker.
Yeah, but you get a pound of fries.
Here's their fries are pretty good. They're so greasy though.
Oh yeah.
You get the bag and it's just like sopping wet in that. Here's Mindwave talking about school start times.
Buses and school time. Hey Sean, this is Mindwave. Went to school, high school in the 80s. My freshman year, because I lived way out in the sticks, I had to be at my bus stop, which was the end of my road, my driveway, at 5:45 in the morning.
Whoa!
Which was
You had to host a morning radio
60
show.
to 90 minutes. And school started promptly at 7:15.
Gross.
We did, however, get out at 2:15. Also, something that's different than today is we passed a middle school on our way to and from high school, so of course we took the middle school students with us.
Oh, they don't do that
You gotta
anymore.
remember,
No.
Orlando's great. We've got a school about every 4 miles. A lot of areas aren't like this. Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
now they would not put middle schoolers on the bus with high schoolers, I wouldn't think.
Nah.
It invites too many problems. It's just too big of an age gap between them. They wouldn't want to do that. Let's do the stories that did make the cut. And they say nearly 4 million women give birth in the United States every single year, but only 12 have ever done so while a member of Congress. And this woman who's now pregnant, Rep. Anna Luna, is now the 12th member of Congress to give birth while in office.
Not in office.
Yeah, well, not in the office while she's actually
Point
giving
of
birth.
order,
Like,
after
12 congresswomen have not made it to the hospital. They just do it right there in Congress.
No, it says just 12 people have been elected officials in Congress.
There was
and
one
had a
woman
baby.
who went viral last year for being in labor during it. I thought maybe it was in Congress, maybe it was Senate or something.
Well, it could have been, maybe it was a state thing, because they only, or maybe they're one of these 12. There's only 12 so far. 28% of the 118th Congress is female, they say. And that'll do it. That'll wrap it up for us today. Let me just get this up here and this over here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, May 8th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I learned this movie right here.
No.
Say hello.
Scarface.
That's right. Scarface. To my little friend.
There you go.
1983 film Scarface was originally given an X rating 3 times in a row by the MPAA. On the 4th appeal, the film was finally given an R rating, but director Brian De Palma released the original version anyway, only admitting to it months after the film's release. So he released one that wasn't the one that they actually gave them the rating for.
That's ballsy.
So naughty.
Bad boy. Today I learned Christine Maggiore. She founded the HIV and AIDS denialism group Alive and Well. They did not believe that HIV and AIDS were a thing. Marjorie herself then died of AIDS in 2008.
That happened to a lot of people with corona.
Yeah, there was some people who definitely fell into that category, even at the last minute, though. I'm still not getting that vaccine. Today I learned this guy right here. That's right, Michael Jackson. He's got many records under his belt, but one of them he set in 1995 for the largest online chat with 20,000 fans at the time on CompuServe.
Wow.
Previous record holder was Vice President Al Gore, who had 1,000 people. So he beat him by quite a bit. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. In West Palm Beach, it's the Greek Zone up next. We're back same time, same place tomorrow. I forgot to mention that. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's on the way, and it's all right here on Real Radio.